Mm-hmm.
There it is.
And we're back.
That's really loud.
Whoop. Whoop. Oh.
Really?
All right, that's too.
Just-
until it's like into the yellow.
Yep. Oh, sorry. Just watching you guys struggle.
As long as it's not in
Is that good? We're back. We live. Live in 5.
Stop touching stuff.
Is the
I don't know why it didn't let us sign in. So all it is for the Twitter thing is it's so he can get if someone replies or writes something on Twitter, it'll pop
that
up
doesn't
over
happen.
there. But no one ever does that
Yeah.
anyway. So
No, it's all bots.
yeah.
no, we don't even get that.
And Dale Jr. probably.
So I don't know. That's weird that it wasn't letting us sign in because that's literally what the credentials are. Unless Carteropoli changed. Carteropoli probably changed the password and the login.
Yeah, I didn't touch anything with the mics in it.
It
For some
does.
reason
It just
changed.
does that sometime for some reason. I'm a buddy, yo, bread.
That's the best word to use. I'm a buddy.
No, you gotta say the whole line. You gotta say the whole line. Bend over and touch your toes. I'm gonna show you where the wild goose
Bend your
goes.
knees
Bend
and
your
touch
knees
your
and
toes.
touch your toes.
I'm gonna show you where the wild goose goes. In your butt.
I'm a buddy, yo, bread.
Shoulders, knees, and toes and stuff.
Can you not?
YMCA.
Domo
That's
arigato.
awful.
No,
I'm
that was a
sorry.
good one before.
That was horrible.
Hit that one on mine. Domo.
Oh man. What else we got? This is
Is that all of us? Why is Kyle? Kyle's the only one with the fun ones.
Yeah, I don't know.
yeah, they're only set to they're the ones that came with it. I don't know, for some reason it won't let me do them all 4 at the same time. And I just didn't feel like making it ridiculous. Anyway, this is
Domo.
fun.
Domo.
Turn
So
it
what's
down,
up,
Danny.
guys?
Shut
Norm, what do you got for the folks for the old off-track
Jesus
segment
Christ.
of this debauchery that we call a podcast? Hi, bud. Odie's here too.
Not much. Did gun stuff this weekend.
Yeah, I saw you got a new piece.
Yeah, I got another gun.
Brother, you've turned into a personality, haven't
And
you?
now I have more
Norm's not
stuff.
coming to Pocono because he's gonna run out of money.
No, I'm
it's-
already out.
No, he's going to spend his
I
last
get
couple.
paid if we're going next week. I get paid like the day we go to Pocono, so I'll be good.
He's going to. No, he's,
Because
gonna
they're
just
all
pour
it's
for the ride
all-
down.
he's not going to make it. You know why? He's going to spend his last dollar on a Punisher sticker for the back window and a "Don't tread on me" flag to hang off the back of the truck.
No, he already bought those.
Oh no, and a "We the People" banner for the front windshield.
Ooh, that'd be cool.
Hey, these colors don't run, brother.
They don't. No, they don't. Neither does your truck. But anyway.
Oh Jesus!
Both of my trucks run fine.
So what do you got? We just did gun stuff. What else?
I just
That's
went
it.
shooting yesterday.
Did you bring the new one out yet?
Yeah,
You like it?
I hate pistols.
What did you get? I didn't look closely at it.
It's a CZP-10.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, it's good. It's a great pistol.
Yeah.
I bought.
I mean, don't expect to go past like 40 yards, but
I bought a
what is
bunch of
it?
shit for it.
40?
CZ.
40.
What?
Your ammunition
9.
9.
40.
Is it a 9mm?
Yes, it's 9
Okay,
millimeter. What
yeah.
is 40?
40 ACP or
45.
40.
45 is.
You got
more
45.
common.
You got 40. You got
This guy.
9 mil.
Yeah, 40. No, 9 mil. Yeah.
I went 9 mil because it was cheaper to buy in bulk.
Yeah.
How's it do at distance?
I can't shoot from here to Kevin Harvick. So.
Well, that's because you can't see.
Yeah, dude, it's bad. It's shooting a pistol is impossible.
Get yourself some nice.
I don't know
sights.
how the homies hold them sideways because I can't shoot it straight up and down.
Get some good sights for it. It'll help.
Yeah, I have I bought a
You
Olight.
can't see anyway. So
I bought an Olight enclosed red dot for it. I have my new trigger showed up today.
I just got one for my daily, and I
extended
put it
mag
on.
release, a bunch of other stuff. So I got some mods for it just
Nice.
to have a pistol, and I'll probably never shoot it again because fuck that. I hate it. I love my AR.
Yeah, we could daily carry it.
I was like plinking at like 150 yards with my AR, my pistol like
25.
10 feet away. I'm like, I can't hit this.
Yeah, it's close range.
Yeah, terrible. I don't know how to.
Are you going to daily carry it?
I don't want an EDC, but I'll probably like keep it in my truck.
yeah.
You don't want to have an EDC, or
I
you don't
don't-
want that as your EDC.
I don't want to carry a pistol with me.
Got it. Okay. You going to
I'll-
carry the
I'll
Desert
just-
Eagle instead?
No,
Hand
he's gonna
cannon.
carry. He's gonna carry
No, I
the
got
AR.
my Magnum 357 wedged between my butt cheeks at all times. Dude. I'm fucking- I have a 12 gauge down my pant leg.
What did
dude.
he say?
But,
What did he say?
what? Buddy of mine daily carries a Desert Eagle like a psychopath.
Why?
Because he's a psychopath.
Sounds like the guys we see up in the woods that
And it's the
open
gold
carry revolvers. It's like, okay,
He's got
bro.
the gold one with the mother of pearl handle,
Jesus
the
Christ.
grips on the handle. It's
So he's prestiged a couple times.
Ridiculous.
Nice.
I can picture Norm cheddar bobbing himself. Just
give him the old cheddar
Kevin
bob.
literally just said it. Norm's gonna cheddar bob himself.
Yeah, I don't.
Nice.
I have no interest in carrying a pistol.
Well, congrats on the new one.
Norm's just
I
gonna
love
break
I
carrying
did.
mine.
I did see some like pistol classes, and I was like, I should go to those to see how dumb they are.
I carry mine probably 6 days a week.
I used to. I don't anymore.
Yeah.
I did like when I was younger and I did like food delivery and was going into like
Yeah, that makes
some of the
more
places
sense.
in Manchester. It's like, oh, this used to be a single family home. Now it's 10 apartments and the hallway is this wide.
Right.
Oh, and you pull your wallet out and it's this thick, but it's all ones because I'm delivering pizza.
It's your stripper.
I have $40,
sausage pizza.
but from a
Apparently,
distance,
with all them ones.
from a distance, it looks like I have a wad of
Yeah.
cash, but it's 40
Yeah,
bucks.
I'll see once I get a holster, like what I can do with that holster and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But like, I don't too fat to appendix carry, so I'm not gonna be able to do that.
I 7 o'clock carry. Oh, I'm a lefty, but so you'd be like
I-
5
that's
o'clock.
where
I
I
put it
go.
on my butt cheek, and I had a
But it's
Kydex
in
one
your pants or outside.
in. Yeah. Mine is leather back,
Ooh,
and
leather
then
daddy.
Kydex molded
Yeah.
to the gun itself, so it clicks in nicely, and it's got 2 belt loops, so it's actually super comfortable.
Yeah, I
like
haven't-
I could sit in the truck with it still on me, no problem. It's super comfortable.
I'll
'Cause
honestly,
the
I'll
butt
get,
meat helps.
I'll get a holster. I'll probably like click it in the center console of my truck.
Yeah,
And
You know
if,
what's a good
if I'm going somewhere and I'm scared, then I'll probably figure out how to
You
carry
know what's
it.
a good spot on your truck? Because I know a couple guys at my work do it in their company
On
trucks,
the-
which is the same as your truck. Nope. The column underneath
yeah,
the
right
column.
on the column.
They have
Oh.
holsters that go. They basically like go so it's underneath your steering column.
That's,
Then
I gotta
do
put
I have
that.
to drill
haven't put
holes
it
in my
mine.
truck?
I don't think so. I think
No,
that,
there's some that actually have magnets that go in like under the clamshell, and
Yeah.
then they
Because I was gonna
magnetic
stick it. There's
to
a
it.
little cubby on the side of the center
Yeah,
console
that'll
that I
work.
think is just big
What
enough
is the
to
verb for a magnet?
magnetize.
magnetize.
that's to magnetize. That's to make something magnetic.
The holsters have the holster, and then there's the magnets that go under
Yeah,
the
magnets.
plastic. They magnetize.
Yeah, magnetize.
Yeah.
They,
That's right.
Okay, it
Yeah,
just felt
okay, yeah,
weird.
yeah, yeah.
Stick?
Yeah.
I don't know.
They stick via
know what I
magnetization.
always-
It's
Science
magic.
together.
I
Yeah.
always wanted to this day.
The
was the-
electrons and the
you know,
croutons.
I always wanted was it Mexico or Brazil, the Mark III center console with the holster in it?
Yeah.
The police car?
Yeah, the police one.
Always wanted one of those for no reason whatsoever. It's just cool as hell.
But yeah, shot the pistol for the first time. Put about 150 rounds through it. Still can't hit the broadside of a barn, but it'll scare the perpetrator away.
Put about 150
Yeah.
yards into the neighbor's house.
No, we were in a sandpit.
I know, I'm kidding.
I was shooting the AR. I shot that a bunch. I fixed a bunch of the problems I had last time. I shot, I don't know, probably 50 rounds, 60 rounds through that. Not too much. We were just fucking around, doing like little bill drills and stuff. So
Yep.
we were just playing around. But that, I have a whole shopping cart of stuff. I'm going to build that gun all over again, redo it again.
Nice.
Because first time I just bought a bunch of fancy parts and stuck it on it. And now I'm like, oh, the
Now you learn.
base of the gun kind of sucks.
Uh-huh.
So now I'm gonna do a whole new handguard, so new like barrel mount and stuff like that. So you change all that. I'm gonna go to an LPVO,
LL Bean.
yeah,
Okay.
scope
Yeah.
instead of a red dot because I have a hollow on it right now. So I'm gonna go to a scope, and I'm gonna strip the thing down to the bare bones and paint it because I just hate the blend black. So I'm gonna get some fancy paint and just
This one goes out to the YouTube
Nice.
chat. Whoop, whoop. Okay, moving on.
Wow. Nice. Well, congrats on the new piece.
yeah.
Dan, what do you got for the folks? Anything
Nothing.
exciting?
Didn't really do shit. What was it? 12th Saturday in a row at Port? Yeah, having fun.
Yep.
Yeah, I
Uh,
did
All but 5 this whole year.
It's getting and guess what? Next Saturday, I looked at the forecast. Rain.
Oh, rain.
What?
Like the Saturday coming.
This upcoming?
Yep.
Yeah, of course. it is.
It's. Oh,
I
my-
don't even care. I
It's.
just don't even care anymore.
I'm at the point where I don't, but it's just getting annoying. Yeah, nothing really. Worked last week, normal shit. So like I said, Saturday was a rain out. I finally sold the last thing. Back in March, I had like a selling spree, put a bunch of crap up on Facebook Marketplace I didn't need anymore.
Yeah.
And I finally sold the Mark 6 roof racks that I've had on Facebook Marketplace for like 7 years. I put those up
Oh, nice. They finally went?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, some kid bought them from Mass. We met at we actually went to the Rockingham, the Salem Mall. Went and checked out the Tuscan Market, that dude that's really rich that owns all that whole thing.
Yeah.
Places, I mean, we went there they have like a Christmas market, and we went there then, but it was a mob scene. Like you couldn't get the lay of the land. It was just a massive humanity. So we went Saturday and hung out. Place is actually really cool. The food's unbelievable. We didn't go to the nice restaurant. We went to like the market, which has a restaurant in it. which is the same food as the fancy restaurant. But we pull in, there's 3 Lamborghini Uruses parked up front. I was like, sick. Right in front of the restaurant. Apparently they sponsor whatever the Lamborghini Huracan like cup is. The race car was just sitting in front of the restaurant in the rain. I'm like, cool. Where'd that come from? And we had dinner. We're walking around. We walk back over there. The race car is gone, and they're loading up. I don't know where it came from. I don't know where it was, but it's whatever the brand new. It's the replacement for the Huracan, like some new Lamborghini. I don't know what it is, but they're loading it into a car carrier to bring it back to the dealership. It's like, where did all these come from? But that was kind of cool. And then that's stopped raining Saturday night, and then we went out, did the usual, played golf yesterday because it was finally nice out for once.
Yeah.
And literally that's it. I mean,
Yeah.
it's now we're getting into the crunch time. It's going to be this week is going to be starting to unwinter the camper.
Oh, you haven't done
Because-
any of that yet?
No, it's sitting there. It's not going to take that long. We put all the bedding and shit in like totes last year. So we're just going to take that stuff out, wash it,
Right.
get all that sorted out. And then it's just, once it's ready, I'm probably going to end up power washing it. It doesn't look bad, but it's going to bother me if I don't clean the damn
Should
thing.
we bring blankets, pillows?
No, it's going to the same setup you always. I mean, if you want to bring pillows, sure. If you want your own pillow.
Yeah, yeah.
Like your own personal pillow. I don't remember if we have pillows in there. I'll have to talk Steph. I'll let you guys know.
I think we normally bring our own pillows.
I think you guys normally do, yeah.
Well, sometimes I drive, sometimes you drive. So I brought my pillow last year.
True. Yeah.
I called you my pillow.
Oh, Jesus.
Norm looked really confused.
Yep. Oh, good. Levi's here. Cancel the
we
show.
didn't sleep.
Jesus.
Because home is where you make it.
Everybody know that.
Man, everybody know that.
Damn it. It's at 3 a.m. Oh, where you make it?
That was you.
I know it was. I kept it going.
That
'cause
was
I
2
couldn't-
years ago. Because I don't think
That was 2.
Ronan
Yeah,
wasn't there for
no,
That
that.
was 2
not
years
there,
ago.
Because there
Yeah.
wasn't like, oh, Miss, where you make it, Lucky Charms, or whatever he says.
Home and where you make it, isn't it?
Gov.
Hello, governor. Yeah,
It's
so
Tuesday,
that is
innit?
so that is next on the to-do list is get that thing sorted. Shouldn't be too bad. Just the usual first trip of the year bullshittery.
Yep.
Make sure everything is ready to roll. Make sure everything looks good. And then, in 10 days, we are gone.
I can't believe it.
It kind of hit me the other day, like yesterday. I was like,
So excited.
holy shit, we got one more week.
Well,
and
the
then we're-
first
Hit me
year-
about 14 minutes ago.
When I asked Norm, he's like, "But what?" He-
Yeah.
Light bulb.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, yeah, it is after Mexico.
Yep.
The first year we went was the end of June, right?
Yes, this is back to
The
when
first year we went as a squad?
The double header year was,
Right.
I think, the same weekend. It was like that
I
June
thought so, too. I was trying to
20th
figure that out.
weekend. And then it moved to July for the last 3 years, and now
Right.
we're back to June. I am
I'm
just
kind of stoked about it. Hope,
I am too.
hope
I
we
was
get lucky.
talking to somebody. I'm hoping we get what we got 4 years ago,
Oh my god, yeah.
which was the most perfect weather of all time. It was 75 and like partly
tops,
like
yeah.
a little bit of clouds, so it wasn't awful sun, and it was like, remember, it was windy. It was
Dude,
breezy
whatever
the
year,
whole weekend.
Whatever year we showed up and we needed sweatshirts was the best.
That was that year.
Yeah.
That was the year you got out of the truck on for Thursday night, and you were like, I didn't bring a hoodie, and it was like 50 degrees out, and you
Yeah.
were like, shit. I'm just getting scared because we've gotten really lucky at Pocono for
not,
4
not
years.
that lucky.
No, I'm saying like we haven't
Overall, yeah.
we haven't had like, oh no, the race is on Monday. You know what I mean? Like we haven't gotten any
I
of
was
that
going to say,
shit.
last year we literally had a hurricane.
But that didn't affect the schedule of anything. I'm worried more about that. Like,
It affected the entire day.
well, it
but-
affected your tonneau cover and the rest of your clothes, but
I forgot about
Yeah.
that.
guys, I got this new tonneau cover. Crap.
Guys, it works better if you clip
It
it.
works better if you close it. Although
does, yeah.
that was after we
You know, it's
fought.
funny. I did it again.
Did you?
I've done it again twice.
Oh
since
my
then.
god. Well, we were fighting with that thing for all of Thursday night. Remember when you
Well, I
got
put
there?
it on 12 hours
Yeah.
before we left.
And then you got
Well,
there.
it kept
we adjusted.
unclipping when we were driving.
yeah.
They
Yeah.
showed up to Pocono, and Kyle was just like, you wouldn't even unpack. You were like, I need to fix this. It's pissing. You were so hyper focused on it
I was so mad.
because it was pissing you off.
Yeah.
And we had all of us just standing around it like, how does this work?
We drank like 9 beers in the course of us fixing that in 5 minutes. Because
Oh, I've been
we were so
Thursday-
excited to be there. I'm like, we got to fix this. And I'm in the bed with the tonneau cover completely closed. I'm like, pass me another beer.
Yeah. Thursday night.
We had a
is-
great time
we've-
doing it though.
We have talked about it on here many times that Thursday night is, for some odd reason, you'd think like Saturday night would be the roughest night because that's the big party night with the
No.
fireworks.
No.
Thursday night, for some reason, we get there, we get set up, and all of a sudden it's 2:30 in the morning, and like all the beer we put in the cooler is gone, and we're like, what happened? But
Well, last year also, you got to remember, you guys got down there at like 3 in the afternoon.
we got there at our normal time, probably 3 or 4, and
Yeah.
then you guys were
We got there, so you were completely set up. I mean, there was a couple years we were getting there in the dark.
the
The first couple
first
years,
2
and
years.
the year he died.
the first 2 years. So
Yeah.
the first year
Yeah.
we got there in the dark because we thought we would be good leaving it. Like we left it like I
11.
don't know, no, earlier than that or later than that. We left at like 1 in the afternoon.
Was it that late?
So we didn't get down there until it was dark. And
Yeah.
then the second year, we left early enough, but then we got detoured by somebody trying to unalive themselves.
Yeah, thanks for not letting me do that.
Yeah. And so then me and him didn't get down there till.
If we knew it was going to take so long, I would have just handed you my gun. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So then the 3 of us, myself, Norm, and Steph, we didn't get there. I mean, we were all hyped because we're like, yeah, we're going to get to set up in the daylight this year. And then we didn't get there till like 11 o'clock.
Oh yeah, we pulled in at like 11:13 or something.
Yeah, it
like
was
that.
something dumb.
Checkpoint.
Um,
Time extended.
So yeah, the last 2 years have been great because we've gotten
Yeah.
down there
At decent time.
at a normal hour.
Was it? It was dark by the time we
Yes.
got there.
You
last
guys-
year, right?
You
Like,
guys got there.
just dark.
It must have been. It was like dusk,
yeah.
You guys
but
got
it was.
there at
We
like
also
9.
showed up with nothing to do. Pretty
Right.
much.
Yeah, you guys got there probably like 8:30, 9 o'clock, something like that, maybe a little
Yeah.
later. But it was definitely
Yeah, we showed up and Dan and Steph were just sitting on the table outside of their camper.
we were done.
Right.
We
Yeah.
were already ready to roll.
Well, I'm super, super excited, and certainly we'll fire up the group chat. And
Yeah,
figure
Kyle.
out what
So
we
if you
need
could
and
have like
stuff
your second wedding tasting next Thursday,
that.
cost us about an hour.
Sure.
You don't do anything anyway when we're setting
We
up.
help. We do as much as we
We
can.
ripped.
He
We
helps.
ripped down. We made really good time
Yeah.
getting down there.
Oh yeah, we were boogieing and you were just playing freaking 90s hypnotic techno.
That's what
we
he
were-
does.
We were
Yeah.
just boogieing.
Was he
You,
also
you
trying
want me
to-
go? You want me going fast and get somewhere fast? Just put on old trance.
Did he
and I
have
will
it-
drive like a psycho.
A couple Celsiuses.
Did he have
Yeah.
the music all the way up, the windows down, and still trying to have a conversation with you?
No. I don't do that.
You did that in Florida when we were in the BMW.
There were definitely windows open.
We were ripping down I-4, and you had the windows down, the music on 11, and you're like, yeah, so what do you think's going to happen with the race? I'm like, Kyle, I can't fucking hear you.
Yeah, get used to it, dog.
No,
I like
Bro,
to
if I'm
party.
in a car with another person, that music's at like 4.
Same. I hate.
I barely play music if there's
Yeah.
somebody in the car.
I see. It depends. Like on a ride that long, like I want to have some conversation, but I also want to like listen to some music. I don't have 6 hours worth of
I
conversation.
like
I think we
having-
listened to a podcast. Didn't Junior just?
we listened to the 2 or 3 episodes of the junior one.
Yeah.
He had just interviewed somebody, or it was the 1979.
No, we were listening to
season or
79
something.
one.
Yeah.
I think that was when you drove. No,
No, when I drove,
79 was 2 years ago, so that would have been when
when
he
I
drove.
drove,
Yeah.
you hooked up your Sirius.
yeah, but we
and we were
listened
just
to the
blasting
junior
Sirius
one
on Monday when we were driving home.
Yeah, that's what we did on the way back. Yeah. Anyway, looking forward to it.
Excited.
Can't wait.
Excited. I'm getting a little bit of the nerves, but I get that every time we have to take the camper somewhere far away. So
Yep. Got some good news. The koozies will arrive on Monday.
did those the ones with the website on them?
No,
No, I just
no,
did the rounds.
'cause
Okay.
Kyle made them.
Steve had a good idea, and it's too late now. It's fine. We should have put
I
a
did
QR code
those
on 'em.
because I thought Kyle was ordering them off of Shopify.
No,
So I was like, I'll
had
put the
'em-
website on them if he's going to hand them out.
True.
And then he's like, no, I got them off.
I did a promo.
It's
one.
fine.
Yeah,
it's still
so-
gonna,
so
it's
some
still gonna
random
The
get
ones that I
Zazzle or
ordered
something.
are just to throw,
It's-
give
yeah.
to
It's
as many
still gonna
people
get
as
the point
possible.
across, yeah.
So
right, which is
I
why
did
I was like, the
just two
address will be
color.
cool.
So we have red, then yellow, and then white. The yellow like background on the logo, the round logo, it's just red and white. So the background is white, the letters are white, and then the red. It actually looks kind of cool. Remember the shirts that I made for us that were just red and white?
Yes.
It's that, basically.
But the koozies black.
Koozie's black. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And we do have a QR code on the
order-
banner, and I think we'll have
Yeah.
I think,
If you Google Lucis Fast Podcast,
We
you find
found
it. So
The
you,
good
you'll be
thing
fine.
Yeah, I
is-
just don't know. Like Mike is vegan was adamant about doing the QR code, which I totally agree is a useful tool. But it's not like we have banners and stuff everywhere. It's just us.
well, we have the banner that has a QR code on it.
Yeah,
to
but
the
it's
link
not
tree.
like QR codes are handy if like they're along the fence the entire way in or on a screen or something. It's just like it's unless we put it on our bodies.
No,
like it's not.
But
Yeah.
no, it's
No, we
good
just give out
where
the
it
name
is
more fun.
because people
Yeah.
walk by.
right,
and,
right. But he's like, dude, put QR codes on stuff. And
Yeah.
like, I was like,
I
there's
mean,
not stuff though.
guys
There's
can always-
a thing.
You could always make like business cards with like a QR code on it.
I think we're gonna have a better place for the banner this year. The thing I sent you guys, if they
Yeah.
park it where they should park it, probably hang the banner right on that like we did with Cohan's van that year.
Yeah, yeah.
Because last year it was on the camper, and it's kind of out of the way. It's not. You can see it from
Yeah.
from the road
Yeah.
course, but it wasn't like, oh, I'm gonna walk up and scan that QR code. That's
Yeah, because you
that's
did it
7
across
feet
the
in
front
air.
of your camper this year.
Yeah.
right?
Spinelli says paint a QR code on my back. I'll do that. That's fine.
I'll paint something on your back. It'll be all white though.
Heyo.
Kyle did that to me at Waterfest.
What? Whoa, whoa.
It was a big
I did.
penis.
He asked me to put sunscreen on him
you
one
draw
year at
dick on
Waterfest.
him?
I draw a penis on his back.
Bro, figure out how to like tape a QR code on somebody and sunburn them.
Yes.
Yeah, there we go.
Just get like make it
But
out
yeah,
of a
they
die
keep
cut
saying-
and
They keep
Feel
saying
the-
make business cards and just throw them everywhere. Like that's the last thing I want to do is,
Litter.
litter.
hey, look, the track
name's
is
not
now
Ricky
picking
Harden.
up
I'm not littering.
3,000 litters from us
Yeah.
with our name on it.
Yeah, honestly, doing it.
If we do that, but we got to put Ricky Harden on.
Yeah, I'd put twitch.tv
The coos-
/ hard in the wall.
the koozies are phenomenal because people will be like, sick, a koozie.
Yeah.
It's going to end up in everybody's camper in turn one, just like when I opened the drawer the other day in the camper,
Yeah.
thinking I could find a koozie
I
for
got 150 of them.
W. And I was like, well, I have so many koozies. I think I gave Cohannes Larson one back last year.
125. I got 150 of them. It's not bad.
Let's just get a golf cart and drive around like Grant Enfinger.
Just
Do you know who I am?
toss them.
Dude, we
You want a
could've-
koozie?
I'm telling you, we should have bought that damn go-kart. We could have lettered it up, Luce's fast car, and then putzed around just
You can buy anything you want, dog.
hucking koozies
Yeah,
at
I
people.
spent all my money on guns because this is America, brother. Yee yee.
I can't wait. Never mind.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that. Never mind.
Say it, Dan.
Nope, I'm good.
So
Say it.
I did.
Wish that I would shoot myself with my gun.
That was
All
not
right,
what I was
That's
gonna
what
say.
you were
all
going
right,
to
all
say.
right.
You
That's
son
not
of
what
a
I was gonna
biscuit
say
eating
at all.
bulldog. You lint liquor.
You
timed
come
that perfectly.
All right.
You come, pickle me kumquat.
Pickle you
Kumquat.
kumquat.
You lit liquor.
Who you calling a
Lit-
cootie queen? You lit liquor.
You gotta like really lit liquor.
All right.
Bro, now all we
Anyway.
have is pancakes.
William.
Pancakes.
That's Ricardo Robley.
William.
All right, now we're gone. Way off the rails.
Pancakes.
All right. Oh, speaking of Pokemon,
can
write
we-
down. Shut up.
Can we get a cardboard cutout of Dale holding up the IHOP bags and just pancakes?
You can get anything you want. That'd be great. That
Yeah,
would look
just
really
talk
good.
to Ant and them, see where they got that custom
Get
one
the
made.
Cody one done.
Yeah.
Oh, that just Dale Jr.
Do it.
You should come to turn one and sign this for
Wait,
us. Just,
wait.
just him holding up the IHOP
That'd be
bags
amazing.
with a
It's Dale,
speaker.
it's Dale Jr.'s body holding up the
happening
IHOP
right now?
bags, but Bodie's head.
With a speaker behind it that is motion activated, so every time someone walks by, pancakes! Fucking 3 o'clock in the morning, we're all asleep. Pancakes!
But program it so it's every different language. Pancakes. Donde están los pancakos?
No, we're gonna get a doorbell for your camper. Anytime you hit the doorbell, it says pancakes.
On the outside speakers coming off the camper. Dude, imagine just a motion activated Dale Jr.
Carter
cutout.
Rupley, if you're listening, make the button.
And
Make
have
the
it-
button.
No, you got to have it. If we really knew what we were doing and we're good at programming things, have the cardboard cutout lift the bags up. Pancakes every time
Just
someone
got
walks
little
by.
little motors.
Little motors in the
his
back.
arms. Oh my God! Please.
If only we didn't think about these things 10
Oh,
days
we'll just
before
have
we
an
leave.
unpaid intern in the back with strings attached to each arm.
Carter Rupley is our unpaid intern.
Yes,
No, well, second. Scumbag Steve's our first unpaid intern.
That's fair.
Yeah.
true.
Yep. All right. Speaking of Pocono Red, I got the Android box functioning.
That's sick.
Thing's badass.
What is
Oh,
that?
It's so you can watch movies. But last time he did the,
Yeah, last time we did that, he died.
Yeah.
No, I changed the radio on that to hook up to a phone. This
you
is
were-
its own box.
But the last time you
Yeah, but if
hyped
you
up
weren't
being able to
watching
watch movies.
Both
Batman
don't talk at the
Begins
same
while you're
time.
driving down the highway, you wouldn't have crashed.
yeah, right.
Last time you were hyped up about being able to watch movies on the way down.
How many times are we gonna say it?
You didn't make it. So as many times as it takes to piss you off.
Yeah.
Hey, Kyle, I know you don't remember it, but remember that time you crashed your truck? What movies we watching?
So I downloaded
Denny does Dallas.
YouTube TV, Prime Video, Max, and Netflix.
I think the Earnhardt doc will about cover most of that ride. You can just cry the whole way down.
Good, yeah.
Dude, my buddy Matt Aubrey and I, we were going down to Lime Rock. We watched 2 out of the 3 Batman trilogies on the way down to Lime Rock
That's
in his
sick.
truck.
But like YouTube TV, we could
You
just
can watch
put
whatever
on
you want.
anything.
Yeah.
We could use YouTube and run the old classics race and watch something old, or we could do whatever we want. We got options. But I knew it was going to take forever because you got to go to like the Google Play Store and download the apps and
So you
then
just pre.
whatever. So I did it all this weekend. It took a good like 45 minutes to download everything and log everything in,
Yeah.
but we're fully functioning.
Not
Does
a
your
good
truck have Wi-Fi or is that running off your phone's network?
Both.
Okay. Yeah, same.
I think it's expired in my truck. I've never even tried it.
Oh, okay.
But it hooks up to the hotspot on your phone
Yeah.
to
Yeah,
use
I
that.
mean, you never lose Bluetooth. So if you have pre-downloaded stuff, like I have a bunch of movies pre-downloaded on my phone.
Yeah, it's all hooked
Yeah.
up to whatever. So either way, it'll work for us. And it'll be sick. And it looks badass.
It looks
A
good.
screen that big.
Yeah, dude, you have a TV.
Yeah, it's a 14 and a half.
I was looking at they make adapter kits for like Tesla screens to put in
I've seen
everything.
that.
Oh, like the
yeah.
Halo screen.
And there was like a Silverado one for like $1,500,
Yeah.
and I was like, I'm tempted.
Yeah, that'd be cool. But yeah, did that. Didn't do a whole lot else. Niece's dance recital yesterday. Helped our buddy Adam move his stuff out of his one storage place into his other one.
Rich
Yelled at him
friends.
the whole time. No, it's just a whole bunch of junk.
Oh, okay. Well, he's
he's
got
in-
2 storage units in this economy.
Yeah, right? And 75% of it is filled with stuffed animals from fairs. You know, like the giant ones that you win? There were 50 of them.
Homeboy's
Full
a,
of drugs?
Homeboy's
or-
a ring toss legend.
They like
The
going
carnival,
to carnivals
carnival
and
hates
stuff
to
like
see
that.
him
Like
coming.
that's
I heard
that's their
Denny's
thing.
a ring
and
toss, or
they
no?
just
Something else
apparently
tossing.
hoard them all, and I can't talk without them just continuing to talk. So anyway, moving on.
Yeah, who cares? Your buddy collects stuff.
Yeah, your buddy collects
Yeah, he
stuffies.
collects
I
crap.
didn't-
I don't have
I didn't
anything
do
else.
anything.
Let's make fun.
What do
of
you
him.
got, scumbag?
Absolutely nothing. Just planning stuff for Colorado. Like,
Colorado.
yeah, we
Man, you go on
booked-
so many vacations.
He's me from last year.
it's
Right?
literally 2.
Loaded. This guy.
Literally
guy.
2. Yeah, we
Is your
booked-
wife the sugar daddy too?
No, she's just really smart with her money.
Uh,
Unlike me, where I'm just fiscally irresponsible. I'm like that meme. It's like, you got $27 in your bank account. Not for long. I make bad financial decisions.
Not for long. I'm going Chipotle.
Yeah, it's the me looking at $10,000 cars on Facebook Marketplace
Yeah.
with $38 in my
Yeah.
bank account.
Oh, dude, I'd
Yeah.
sit
Or
on
the
Marketplace.
Zillow ones with all the white girls.
Oh, I'm looking at G bodies I'll never afford, but I'm like, someday.
Oh, I'm looking
saw-
at G bodies I can
I
afford.
saw-
It's not good.
I saw a meme the other day. It was like me. There was some chick walking on the beach, and she's like, me in my Target bikini, real
Yeah.
estate shopping, and she's like, it's all these $1 million beach. She's like, I don't really like what they did with the outside of that. I don't think I would have done that. Like,
You're like, oh no, baby, what are you doing?
Yeah. me judging houses I can't afford.
Yeah. All the time.
Yeah, me driving down
Like,
the road and
ew, why would you paint it like that?
seeing like a supercar, like I would never buy that Ferrari.
Joe,
Yeah, that's not the Ferrari I'd buy.
Joe, there's no reaction for me because I'm not watching the video. I don't have my sound on my phone. I'm not going to interrupt the show. He just
What?
tagged me in something on Discord, some video.
Oh yeah, it's just, Dan, drop what you're doing while you're live on the internet. And watch this
Yeah.
video I sent in
Yeah.
your DMs.
Yeah,
Which probably isn't
Dick.
even important at all.
it's something Carteropoli put up.
We got 18
Yeah.
people counting on you not to be distracted.
I can't even hear it anyway.
right.
Turn the sound all the way.
So,
Hey, let's go live, dude.
All right, Scumbag, what do you got?
I
You
booked-
planning
yeah.
another vacation? Fuck you. Go on.
Yep. We're going to Meow Wolf, which is like essentially if you tripped balls but not tripping balls. It's like a weird immersive.
It's a furry convention.
It's
Isn't it?
It's 100% a
It's a
furry
furry
convention.
convention.
No, it's
Adam's
weird.
That's why he was
It's
asking
like-
about those big
That's
stuffed
why he's-
animals.
So we can take the
He's
full
like,
about
"Can I
where
wear
them."
one?
Oh, you're gonna wear their skin like Hannibal Lecter? You fucking
Yeah.
psycho.
Scumbag's like, but
It's-
don't worry, I don't need the tail. I already got one.
Think about it. It's not big enough. Think about the stuffed animal. It's
Well,
not big
it
enough,
lights
so it's
up
going to be
rainbow.
Steve's legs sticking out the bottom of it and his head coming out the top.
Oh, I thought this was like a light brown. It's a dark brown. I got to change it real quick.
Yeah, so it's like a weird, like,
Different tail.
it's like interdimensional things. It's weird. I'm definitely not gonna go there sober.
Sounds
Because
awesome.
Kevin Scumbag's a furry.
We
Start
booked
photoshopping.
we booked like a railway that's going all the way up to top of Pikes Peak.
That's cool.
I
That's
saw that.
sick.
That looks sick.
Yeah, so we're doing that, and then we're just doing a whole bunch of like breweries and like there's a graffiti alley and shit.
Yeah,
over
that's,
there.
that's really
so
cool.
we're gonna walk around Denver and try not to get
I would
shot.
love to drive
Yeah.
up Pikes Peak.
Dude,
Yeah, that would
the
be cool.
I've heard the train thing is badass.
Yeah, it's nice. It's like hour and a half each way. I think.
Have you
Oh,
been
it's
on
that
Have
long?
you done the Mount
Train?
Washington one?
That's crazy.
No, I haven't done Mount
So
Washington
I've
one.
driven up I've driven up
driven
Mount
up.
Washington 4 times, and I've gone on the COG once, the COG Railway. COG Railway is really fun, but it's really friggin' expensive.
Is it?
It's like 60, 70, 80 bucks a person.
Yeah,
Damn.
yeah. That's
It's not
what I
cheap.
Well, then
And
it's
I
like, isn't it
honestly-
like the Tower Terror going up the
Well,
side of the
there's
freaking
parts of it that, like, I remember it because I did it. There's one part, I think it's called Jacob's Ladder, where it's like a 45-degree angle.
Yeah.
Like, and they tell you, they're like, stand up, try to stand up straight. And you stand up and, like, you're standing straight, but the floor is like this. So you're doing one of these. Like, you're like
Yeah.
leaning, like, what the hell? I think driving up it is way more fun because it's terrifying.
Yeah.
So it's way more fun.
Well,
doing
we're
that.
getting some shitty rental cars, so I'm not gonna try to like go up and down that in a Nissan Versa.
I would.
I mean, I would, but
Yeah.
it's Tammy's credit card. So
True.
But yeah, we're just like local food places, like
Nice.
speakeasies and shit like
When
that.
are you going there?
He's leaving the day we get home from Pocono, remember?
Yeah.
Or the
Yep.
day we're doing
That's
the
right.
Pocono
Because
episode.
remember, I was like, oh, you know what? I'll leave on a Tuesday, record on Monday.
Wah.
Nope. Ironically, you guys.
Wah, wah.
I want that sound.
Pocono
So,
weekend.
Steve, what came first?
Where did that come from?
Did you plan
Usually
this
Dan.
vacation
What?
or buy the Chevy Colorado?
Plan the vacation. No, actually bought the truck first and then planned the
Look at
vacation.
this guy.
You're like, it's so
Wah.
nice being in this truck. Imagine it's just
Tough
bigger.
life.
We actually booked the vacation in Jamaica.
Go bother Uncle Dan.
Jesus, Mr. Moneybags. He's in Jamaica planning his next vacation.
Yeah, I mean, how many places
Although
did you
that
go
is,
last year?
I will say that is taking the old saying of like, when you're on vacation, money doesn't count. Just book another vacation. It doesn't count.
Yeah.
That's honestly a good
It's
move.
a good thought.
Because when you're on vacation, you just kind of like, fuck it.
Yeah.
So just
Yeah.
book your next vacation.
Yeah, I can't do that. I lost a lot of money this week. I refinanced the house.
Oh,
But I'm going to save money in the long term. So that's good. So anyway,
That's about it.
that's all we got.
yeah, that's all I got.
You want to do a show?
Let's do it.
No.
Not really. Fast forward.
Let's do the damn thing.
Everybody skip 30.
Let's do it. Oh, I got to get to the right screen. I'm
Yeah,
on
can
the
I
wrong
have can I just have the click remote for this?
Hey, did you clear the card off? Not that it matters because
Yeah.
it
Yeah,
was
they-
like four-
they did
it was
last
like
screen.
week.
14
There's actually
episodes.
a meter on it that tells me how many hours are left on it, and I didn't see that. See this super tiny.
That's really
font right
tiny.
there?
Yep,
Yeah,
that's really
all it
small.
is.
It's actually really average, but
It's perfectly average.
all right, let's go.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to yet another episode of the Loose is Fast podcast. Your podcast home for all things NASCAR and some things not. I am Kyle Belcher and joined as always by Daniel Walker,
Wah.
Norman Pelletier,
It's me.
Hi,
and Scumbag.
I got a flat tire.
you all right? Scumbag.
Yeah, I don't know. I was just having some fun with it. On this week's episode, we will talk some NASCAR news, look back at the NASCAR weekend at the Michigan Irish Hills, they call it, I suppose.
I don't know, but I want to go there. Prime was really good about showing like
Right.
the whole area, and I'm
Killer
like, I kind of want to go hang out there.
It looks beautiful.
That little pub that you can, all the pontoon boats in front of it. I was like, those are my people.
And Bodie's licking my ankle.
He was doing that to me
Uh,
before.
Yeah, he does that a lot. Talk some news, answer some questions, have some fun along the way. But before we get into that and everything that is this mediocre at best podcast that we try to entertain you with every week, Dan, pay the bills.
The numbers prove it's mediocre. We are brought to you this week and every other week by the Revival Motoring Network and us,
You leave
the
our pants
Lucis,
out of this.
the Lucis Fast Podcast. Head on over to the Lucis Fast Podcast.com. Oh, somebody get that man a Discord link.
Yep.
YouTube chat. Get that man a Discord link. Sorry.
Stranger danger.
Stranger danger.
Oh my God, our marketing's working. We got a listener.
Who would do that? Carteropoly would
The
come in
tens of
such handy.
thousands of dollars we spent on marketing this week.
Tens of thousands of cents. Head on over to lucisfastpodcast.com. Get yourself some merch.
Get your merch here.
Get your merch here. We got fanny packs. We got tank tops. We got shirts. We got tumblers. We got
We got shirts you can make into
We
tank tops.
got license plates.
License
we got
plates,
license
koozies.
plate frames. We
bandanas
got-
that can double as a blanket.
Oh, yeah, got it in my pocket.
You flying your colors there?
No, it was
Causing a crip walk out of here.
we need to show up to Pocono in like the race day podcast. Always race day. They need to bring theirs, and we'll just tie them together in the middle.
I don't recommend the large bandana because it is more of a blanket.
They have
Dude, that-
sizes,
I didn't know there was sizes.
Yes.
Dude, that
and you
literally,
bought large for that cat dog.
No, I bought it for myself.
he bought it as one of those
You
things
bought
you wear
large
at
for
an-
yourself.
What?
Ain't nothing large about you, son.
That's fair.
His feet are pretty big.
Feet? Yeah, pretty big feet.
Yeah.
Legs,
Size
long
watch.
legs.
What size are
Real
those
big head.
toes?
Size 12, baby.
Yeah, so we got all of our merch over there. Go buy some stuff
basketball
that
player
helps
right there.
us feel like we're doing something here. I
Yeah,
don't
do
really know
that.
how it helps us.
Do all it.
Hi, Bodie. Yeah, go buy merch. Other ways you can help us out is by leaving us reviews.
Yeah, you should do that.
Leaving us reviews is fun. I think we have a new one, but I feel like it is literally just Caribou Lou over and over again because they keep getting deleted. Thursday, he said 5 stars. Norm,
Yes.
the Fentanyl 301, the first lap is free. He's commenting on our
Nice.
jokes last week from
Nice.
what we should
That's
name the
good.
Loudon race.
The fentanyl 301.
We said that last week, yeah.
That's a horrible name.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you said
Don't
it.
do it.
Pretty sure you said it last week. Now on to our new. Actually, I really
Hey.
enjoy.
Been listening for years, just never joined the live chat.
Oh hell yeah!
Damn it, we didn't get a new
We
listener.
didn't get a new listener. Now for what I've been really enjoying lately is the Spotify comments from last week.
Oh boy.
We have 6.
Yeah, damn.
Oh, snap.
Average Joe. I swear this is the best NASCAR podcast every week. Where else can you get honest opinions from true fans of the sport that aren't media personalities in NASCAR? We swear we didn't hold a gun to his head for that one. Relum Nevek.
Kevin Miller.
That's Kevin Miller backwards for anyone wondering.
Eric.
The France family owning a team is similar to Goodell owning an NFL franchise while maintaining the commissioner role, in my opinion. Big, fat gray area. If the rules are upheld, fine, but it's a funny look. I agree with that.
Yeah. Yeah. Agree.
Ben Flynn. Awesome listen to... Oh, I think this is one of our New Zealand friends, so we've got slang I don't understand. An awesome listen to 3 wobblers who are battling it out for the 83rd best NASCAR pod. Highly recommend.
Oh yeah. Let me. Can I see your phone? I'll help you fix it.
Oh,
There you go.
that's better. Yep.
Yep.
Brooks, he chalks one up for you, I guess. The American Thunder name and date has been out for several weeks. I took a picture with the Garage 56 car, and they had the date and name on the banner at the Coke 600. So I guess if you've been at the track, you've known the name, but I haven't heard anything about it since last week.
Yeah, I don't think I mentioned the name, unless for some reason I had it memorized. Which I
Oh, God.
But that
Usually
does
write it
come
in
out
notes.
soon.
Boy,
Thursday.
Thursday.
I wonder who this is. Username, Golf Country TDI.
Never heard of him.
Never heard of that car either. I've never seen it run.
Is Blaney ever going to
Oh
win
no,
again?
he's gonna cry about. Give me a
No.
toaster.
No, he said long-time caller, first-time listener. Not a bad podcast. I love you,
Hey,
Jet.
I'll take that. I'll
I
take that.
want to give you a hug.
We can cry
Uh,
together though this week.
I
And
don't think that's true.
the last one from Carrie's Music. Found you guys on Spotify. New
Hey.
fan. Let's go. We got a
Hell
listener.
yeah.
We
We're
got one.
back. We got one. We roped him
We
in.
reeled him in.
Wait.
There it is. Now that you're here, you can't leave. It's blood in, blood out, homie.
Oh man.
So yeah, when this episode posts on Spotify, if Spotify is your listening platform, go leave us comments. Those are fun. It's kind of like a YouTube review, but it's kind of fun because you get people's reactions to what they're listening to. If you're on Apple, go leave us Apple reviews. Write something down. Give us 5 stars. Leave us reviews on Spotify too, although you can't leave text, which is dumb. But make sure it's 5 stars.
Yeah, do that. Do all of those things. Thank you, Daniel.
Yes, I'm out of here. See you.
All right, now let's get into the part that sucks. The race picks.
Yes, so glad that's a button. Which one's real? Which one's fake? All right, we're done. We're done.
All right.
We just lost our new
Lost
listener.
all of our new listeners.
Oh man. All right. Calling back to our race picks from last year. Last week, I'm not having fun at all. Dan, I hate you so much.
104 point lead now.
Yep. Looking back at Michigan, I chose Ryan Blaney.
How'd that go?
Get me the toaster. I will join you all that I've been complaining about. Save me a spot in the bathtub. Wait,
Yeah,
to turn
he-
the toaster on.
Pancaked the wall.
Sure did. Norm had Carson Hocevar, which
that
looked
go?
great until it didn't.
I was leading with like 8 laps to go.
20.
dude. No, it was less than 20.
And Dan chose Christopher Buescher.
Who finished where?
I don't know, second.
place.
So yeah,
Dan's like, I don't know. I have a feeling about RFK this week. Who are you
Two.
listening to?
The last 2 times I've had a feeling about RFK. Did I
Who
win the
is giving you
600 too?
these
Yeah,
sources?
yeah.
Keselowski with a top 5.
Did I
Buescher
win the 600? Dan, you've only not won Nashville. Okay.
since the off week?
Yeah.
Go ketchup car.
Dan has had less than 20 points on a regular points day. Twice. 2 times you've had less than 20 points.
If any new listeners are out there and you want to know why this is so funny, go back and listen to all of last season when we did a different format and I won like 6 times the whole year.
Yeah, we were just doing single points.
No, we
for
already doing
races.
points. It was just
Yeah,
you
single,
win,
like,
you get
you get one check or 1 point for a race.
Much like
And
DVC does
Dan
it
was like mathematically eliminated
by Daytona.
before this week last
Yeah.
year.
I'm sorry. Dan has had less than 24 points twice. Norm has had less than 24 points
Oh God, he needs 2 hands.
8 times. I've had less
Yeah, and
than
it's the last 8 races.
I've had less
Relax, Bowman.
than less than 24 points
I'm just not playing next week. My back
7
hurts.
times. So Norm and I were putting on a show last season, and we suck butts, as Norm would say.
Oh,
this
yeah,
year.
we came down to the last race.
Yeah, you guys. Yeah, you were tied going into Phoenix.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were getting updates during my wedding.
Yeah, well, because our whole table was watching the race.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, that's true.
And you came up to me, you're like, I need to introduce you to the race picks
Yeah.
champion. I was like, son of a bitch.
If you looked at our table at your wedding, Steve had his phone going, he had his
Yep.
phone going, I had mine going. They were all like, so
yeah, we had
everyone
all
could
of our
see them.
phones going, and none of them were like lined up. So like
weren't.
Steve would like make a noise, and then a second later I would, and then Dan would
Someone
be
should
like,
have had the NASCAR apps with the ticker going.
That's even worse.
"We might have." I think Ken might have had something
Had like
else too.
you had both, like the screen and the ticker. That'd be cool.
Yep.
But anyway, all right, we got a pick for Mexico.
Arriba.
Yo, let's live Moss, boys.
So yeah, actually, sorry to put a bow on it. Dan got 50 points. I got 10. Norm got 17. Our points are now ridiculous. Dan has 528. I have 424. Dan has a 104 point lead over me, and Norm is somewhere in the 300s still.
397.
397.
So we have to pick for Mexico, kind of the unknown.
Yeah. It's a road course.
Oh, I'm between 2 people. I am between Mr. Chris Buescher and Tyler Reddick. Buescher having the best average finish on road courses in the Cup Series in like the last 4 years.
Yep.
Sneaky.
Sneaky good at road courses.
Very, very sneaky good at road courses. Also, Tyler Reddick, we know is good at road courses. It's a new course. It's like, who do I trust equipment-wise? Because we're obviously going to have the elevation.
Yep.
If you were me, scumbag, where would you go?
If I were you and you were me,
I mean,
I'd use your body to get to
we
the
were
top.
talking about it earlier about Reddick, but like, I don't know. I feel like Buescher is also kind of on a hot streak. He's like,
Yeah, you said that last week about Blaney. How'd that pan out for me, you fucking twat?
I couldn't believe that Blaney hit that hard.
Oh,
like when I saw that he went, I thought
He's
he
got
was
the
like,
lunch at practice.
I thought he was going to be
It's
fine.
I saw him practice. I was like, I'm fucked. It's over.
I thought he was going to be fine when he hit, like when he had the tire go down. It looked like he hit the wall pretty good. And then
I mailed it in after
so
practice.
the next restart after the caution, I looked and I didn't see him in the restart. I was like, oh no. And then it popped up. He was 5 laps down. I was like, oh no.
Yeah, I was listening to the majority of the race, and that happened while I was driving, and I was just like, "Yes, one of my competitors."
and then I was
also,
like, yes.
Norm, it's too far gone now. We are too far behind to not be a team.
No, they're teaming up on me now.
We have to team up to at least close this
no,
gap.
I'm not teaming up with you, dude. You can team up with Scumbag.
He's not in it.
I'm not in it.
Reddick or Buescher?
I told you, Reddick.
I said Reddick.
First time going to a track,
I would say
I
Buescher.
think Buescher he's good on road courses, but I feel like he's just like, he's not just like naturally good. He gets a good
Works his
rhythm
ass
at it.
off.
Yeah, so he's not
Earns
like
it.
a first time hero kind of guy.
I would
where
take
I
John
think,
Hunter
like,
Nemechek.
Reddick or like SVG is like first time they go somewhere, they're going to be strong.
Yeah, I'll stick with Reddick, and we'll see how it shakes out. Norm, where are you going?
I'm going to go with the man who, if he wins this race, he could single-handedly put a stop to World War III. He could be Michael Jackson in that music video, pushing the gun barrel up. I'm
What?
going for Mr. Daniel Suarez.
Wow.
At his
okay.
home track, he's won on a road course before. In this, if we think Dale Jr.'s car was rigged in the 2001 Coke 4, Pepsi 400, whatever that race was, Daniel Suarez's car is going to be cheated up to the moon, baby.
Could be. Could be. I
So
like
I'm
it.
going Suarez to the front.
Good pick. I like that. It's a good pick. Dan, where are you going? I hope to hell, but go on.
And
Already
Dan,
going there, pal.
Dan goes
Definitely going
SVG.
No, actually.
Nope.
Not taking SVG.
That's a stupid decision. But go on.
Pick Bowman. You have good luck. He needs it.
On
He
a,
needs
on a
Dan.
fucking road course?
What do you mean? He won
He
Chicago.
won Chicago
Oh,
Street.
true. Nope.
He's quiet
I'm
good.
going a
He's
little-
insanely good at
A
road
little
courses.
left field. Carteropoli already guessed it. AJ Allmendinger.
No.
That's not left field at all.
AJ Allmendinger has raced here twice in the kart series back in 2004 and 2005 and finished on the podium each time.
Good pick.
I mean, the
20
track was
pick.
different, but whatever.
Oh, I'm dumb.
21 years ago in something that is nothing close to this current car.
Yep.
I wouldn't call that the most
Okay,
advantageous setup.
this article's so dumb. It says Daniel Suarez has raced here 3 times, but it was in the oval configuration.
Nice. All right, we'll lock it in. I have Tyler Reddick. Dan has AJ Allmendinger. Norm has Daniel Suarez. We'll see how much further Dan gets in front of us by the end of the week. Cool.
The only problem with road courses is we didn't think about this, but none of us are getting stage points if any of them are running good.
Yeah,
'Cause it's gonna be the
that's a
flippity-floppity.
good point. That's
right.
a
So
good point.
one of us should have picked like Bubba
Yeah,
because
Yeah.
Bubba would just ride in 13th
stage
all
point
race and
god
just win
this
both
year.
stages.
Big stage points guy this year.
Bubba, yeah.
Big
yeah, but
time.
they always flip. I mean, at least when he had Booty, who knows about the
Yeah.
new crew chief,
Yep.
but they would always flip stages at road courses to get points.
Yep. All right. Now we'll get into some people's favorites, some people's nuts. But we all call it norms.
Scheme of the week.
Hot.
Hot.
forgot about the end.
The hot's the best part.
I forgot
Norm,
about the end.
what do you got for honorable mentions before you tell people what your scheme of the week is?
The one car right off the bat
Bapple.
had the bananas all over it. Pretty good car.
He really can't see.
That's a red blur. The 12 car.
His defense, it is really
The 12 car.
3 DOT. Who took these pictures?
These honorable mentions.
These are
None of them are
phenomenal.
close.
These
though.
are phenomenal pictures.
Yeah.
I like that Miller Tech car.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's a little
no,
too
it's
busy.
super sharp.
A little too busy for me.
Did you see the commercials? They're so ridiculous.
Dude, the commercials with
They're
Gilliland are
great.
great.
The BetMGM Universe, Ugly Scheme in NASCAR. That's a lie. Squirrel
Squirrel
Killer.
Killer.
Yahoo!
What any stood out as honorable mentions?
Nothing is
or-
standing out. 17
Oh, you
was
didn't-
horrendous.
I
Didn't
thought the
prep.
purple looked sick.
I liked it a lot.
Made him really easy to pick out too.
I loved it. The Hunt Brothers is the laziest scheme
It's
ever.
just red.
24 Raptor. Good
Awful.
scheme. That scheme sucks butts.
You can tell Norm didn't do any thinking about this.
No,
before.
he's just going through
No,
every
I
single
have it. I
one.
just
Oh, what a picture of
I just forgot
oh,
who it is. 42
Any honorable
PB,
mentions?
sick.
Let's do every single one.
I don't remember who I
No.
picked. 47 America.
You've already picked that one, I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure.
but it was a different scheme.
Did you see the back of it said 200% American?
51.
Yeah.
54. Who was I thinking? Oh, go up to the 60.
The
that
60
thing
was
is
gorgeous.
That thing is hot to trot, brother.
Yeah, the Castrol cars rarely miss.
So
Oh,
good.
that scheme is super good. But I picked the 60 last week, so keep it moving.
You did actually.
You can pick someone twice.
Stop. Collaborate and listen. The 77 Ziegler car, gold, baby.
I
Yeah.
did not.
I'm
with
talking
you.
about gold.
You ruined this scheme for me, but as soon as you pointed out the yellow stripe on the hood, and I went, "Damn it,
Yeah, I
he's
don't like
right."
the yellow on top of the
Yeah.
copperish goldish.
But
I think it's hot.
It bangs. That car is a flat tire, and he lost me all my points right there.
Yep. That's what a picture.
Yeah, sure does actually.
I love that
88.
safety culture car.
It bugs me the yellows don't match, but it's less noticeable in the actual car. 99. Oh yeah, it's
Naked
his-
jockey scheme. Yeah.
The underwear scheme. He's gonna win scheme of the week at Mexico.
Oh, I'm sure.
Dude, the Telcel cars.
It's
I
sick.
don't know what it is
They're-
about Telcel.
the trucks all look cool.
They're for 100 years. Telcel paint schemes have just looked amazing.
They slap.
So, who's taking home?
So this week's scheme of the week is the 77 Guy
Ziegler.
Ziegler. Our buddies at Ziegler. What is it?
Zeitgeist.
50th anniversary on the hood of that thing.
Yep.
But yeah, I like gold.
Big shouts
And
to
they
Matt.
actually did metallic on the paint scheme, so it looks sick.
Matt, miss you. Hope all's well. He listens to us.
Oh, cool. Hey, Matt.
Sorry, I don't know how to say your last name.
Ziegler.
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 Oh man, I butchered that 3 ways to Sunday.
You really
he's
did.
the guy that got us with Blicky.
Right, that's why I said friend of the show.
Yep. Good guy.
Josh
Um,
Blicky, he's racing this weekend. Good luck to Josh.
He did race at the 14-hour Daytona and
Yes.
won.
Won.
Yeah.
Oh, did he?
Good for
Yeah.
him.
Nice.
Nice.
It was like
He's
the
such
world
a good dude.
World Racing League or something like that. WRL, I want to say it's called.
Something like that. Yeah, because I
Yeah.
know Larry Chen was doing it too.
Yeah.
The photographer.
You put it on a show.
WWRL, Worldwide Racing League.
So, something like that. Yeah.
It might be WW.
Anyway,
But
doesn't
either way,
matter. Big shouts
those Porsches he races look so cool.
for sure. Any other callbacks you guys had you want to bring up, or shall we hit it?
I
I got nothing.
don't remember.
Best part of the show.
It's side to side.
Oh, it's
the
so
speaker to
good.
speaker.
So good. All right, we're getting into the news. Not a whole ton happened
some
this
good news.
week in terms of a bunch of different stuff, but we got a couple things. We got a quick lawsuit update, unfortunately, which I hate doing, and it just gets worse every time. Yeah, so lawsuit update. NASCAR wins their appeal of the preliminary injunction. What does that mean? NASCAR, in theory, can take the charters back, but wait, the teams have 2 weeks, a little less now because it's
Yep.
since passed. Teams effectively have 2 weeks to appeal their appeal.
Of the
So nothing has happened really as of yet. But if the teams either don't appeal or they lose the appeal of the appeal, what will happen is NASCAR can take those charters away.
And you're talking about 6 charters?
That would be 6.
Yeah, because you got the 2 2311, the 2 front row,
3 of
and
each.
the 2 that,
That were
the
purchased
ones
Oh,
that
the
each of them
Haas.
bought from
Yes.
Stuart Haas.
So what does that mean for the teams? If they don't file the appeal, they will be charter-less as of Pocono.
Can they fire sale them?
No.
I was listening to the teardown. They were talking about that. Basically, NASCAR will shelve those charters for the rest of the year, at least until the lawsuit is over, because how Bianchi put it was, if they were to auction those off, sell them off, whatever, and then they lose the lawsuit, now they have to untwist that mangled mess of
Right.
money and sales to give them back to 2311 in front row.
JRM 4-car cup team next year.
Yeah. Effectively,
I
what
got them all for $1 million a pop.
my
They came to me for a song.
my assumption, business side of this, if they lose said appeal or they don't make the appeal and these things just get shelved, as Dan said, it'll effectively, my assumption is that NASCAR will create what is called like an escrow account. So they'll put everything in escrow. So what they should have been paid as a chartered team, the additional payment would go into an escrow account where
Yep.
it just kind of sits in purgatory. And then if they win, they'll get that escrow. If they lose, NASCAR gets to take it back. So we'll see how it all shakes out. Yeah. So that's all I really wanted to
Fuck
talk about.
Denny Hamlin. Hell yeah, capitalism, baby.
I'm so tired of this, and we still have to wait till December for anything to happen unless
Yeah, pretty much.
they come to some sort of agreement. But I don't know
They're
if
not
you
gonna.
heard. I think this was on the teardown as well. They were talking about how they've been recommended to go to mediation, the two sides.
They won't.
Well, no, 2311 was like, sure. And NASCAR was like, we'll go, but we're not changing anything. They're like, basically, we'll go begrudgingly, but we're not going to change the charter agreement that all these other teams already agreed to because you guys are.
Right. Yeah.
So
that's what's gonna happen.
mediation's going to do nothing.
I can just imagine that. They're like marriage counseling. They're just
Oh,
both on a
100%.
couch, sitting next to each other, but facing away from each other. Like, I don't want to sign his deal. Yeah, well, you guys have no choice. I'm always right.
You can't make me.
You curb the wheels on my new Mercedes. Fuck you.
Such a bitch. All right. A couple other bits of news. Trackhouse announces 2 more races for Connor Zilich. They add Atlanta and Watkins Glen to his cup schedule for this season. So more and more cup starts for Mr. Connor Zilich.
Yeah, and he was just overseas doing a little bit of Red Bull shenanigans.
Yep.
Yeah, he was in Austria with
Yeah.
all the Red Bull drivers, and
That
they
looked
were
really cool.
That looked
Yeah, they
fun.
didn't invite SVG though, dude. Kind of jerks for that.
Yep.
Yep. Not cool. But what do you think
They didn't
about
invite
adding
me.
more to his schedule? Do you think that's priming him for next year, or is this still a 2-year plan?
I would doubt it has anything to do with getting him cup ready. I bet it's more just like, oh, the sponsors have money.
Yeah, that's probably
Like
what it is.
it's probably Red Bull is like, yeah, we'll throw you guys a couple more bucks.
Honestly, I think they're pushing him. I think they're going to do it.
What I hope is happening is
I
that
don't
they're
want them to.
seeing what is going on with SVG, where they pushed him up after a year. He was doing great in Xfinity. They pushed him up after a year. I mean, he's
Yeah.
getting better. He's on a little bit of a better swing right now. He's at a couple top 20s. He was running in the top 15 at one point yesterday. I think he's getting the hang of it, but I think that they should look at what's going on with him and be like, fuck, we should have left him maybe another year in Xfinity.
I disagree. I don't think they're looking at it that way because we've only done one road course. He ran incredibly well. The car underneath him was not good enough to win, but he was. So I think the next, what did we have? 5 out of the next 8 are road courses. Like we have a bunch of road
Yeah.
courses upcoming.
Yeah.
So I think this stretch is really his time to shine.
It is.
But if he just pops off one win,
the whole experiment is worth it.
it's a $3 million swing.
Yep.
Minimum. So if he doesn't get that done, maybe they do regret their decisions. But I think, obviously, this is just totally speculation. But I have this weird feeling that the sponsors want him to go up to Cup,
Yeah, I
and I
agree
think
with you.
that's more of a push to move him up faster
Mhm.
than potentially anything. I think it's a mistake. I think
Yeah.
it's a really bad idea to put him up. I think for every reason we've talked about, he should stay there for at least another year and mature and grow and learn and whatever, and keep doing the one-offs, every couple weeks doing a Cup race.
Yeah.
But I have a feeling he's going Cup racing next year.
But where?
Trackhouse.
If
Ooh.
that's true, I don't think these are the right tracks. You're sending him to a road course, which you already know he's going to be good at. And then you're sending him to Atlanta, where it's kind of just hang out in the pack and hope
Yeah.
you're in the front at the end. Like if I was taking,
That's a sponsor deal. I
if
think
I
that's
was taking
totally a
some
sponsor race.
kid and I wanted him to be ready for Cup Series, like, all right, kid, Martinsville in like freaking like
What's-
Texas or Las Vegas or
Look what
something.
Atlanta's on, TV network wise.
That would be TNT, I'm pretty sure. That's TNT's deal.
Okay, sorry, I didn't want to interrupt you.
That should be the TNT part of the schedule.
Okay.
It's just, if that's truly what they're doing, and like we said before, who knows? No one
Yeah.
has any idea.
Right.
Everyone wants to quickly fire Suarez. I don't know if they're gonna.
Confirmed.
Suarez,
That's actually
especially with them going
first.
to Mexico now, brings in a lot of money and eyes for that. Sponsorship. He always has sponsors on the car that don't seem like team sponsors. It seems more like personal sponsors. But if they're rushing him up to Cup, which I'd say he's Cup ready, but I'd like to see drivers simmer
Yeah.
for a minute. Like SVG, we talked about it all last year. Every time he went somewhere a second time, he
Mhm.
was way better than the first time. But then you just never gave him a third time or a fourth time. You just said, all right, season's over, you're going up to Cup.
He should have done another Xfinity.
And now Trackhouse has, as a team, was off to a super slow start.
they're
Ross
not fast.
Ross picked it up at the 600. He was a little bit more competitive this week. Not really. Suarez is out to lunch almost every other week. He's on like a Bowman stretch right now.
Yep.
Where he's just kind of at the whim of the what's Corey call it?
Like
when you-
racing gods.
When you finish bad, you qualify earlier.
Oh, the metric.
The metric.
Oh, the metric.
He's at the whim of the metric right now. Where Ross was able to overcome that by going from last to first in the 600.
Yep.
He now, all right, I'm now qualifying later, and it's going to get better and better every week as long as you can stay up there.
Right.
Suarez is on the other end of that. He's just been
Buried.
bad luck, and he just can't move forward. But the team, like you said, like we said before, they haven't had the speed,
They're not fast.
so
They're
it's
just not.
and that's not helping SVG.
No. Not
Like
at
you
all.
want to get a guy better, you need both teammates to be better because they're the ones that are the pros at this. He's the beginner, he's the rookie.
Can't drive
and
a slow
his-
car fast.
His teammates are struggling, so there's not much
Yeah.
they can give him advice on because they're
SVG's
trying to figure out their cars.
He's 2 spots behind Suarez right now
Yeah.
in points, like at best. Like
And they're both
they
fighting with
both
Cody Ware for the
sucks.
basement.
Yeah, it's
No, I don't
not
know.
good.
Cody Ware, I
Not good at
think
all.
barely has double-digit points.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's getting better, but the whole team is.
Right.
So I would have liked to see SVG stay another year, but I get it. They got the third charter. They wanted to use it.
Hey, Cody Ware's got 95 points. You watch your mouth.
No, I thought he had like 150.
I got
Nope,
95.
95.
Oh, never mind. He doesn't have triple digits. My bad, Cody. I was wrong. But yeah, Connor definitely could come up.
Yeah.
I think they would give him enough time to mature into that with a little bit less pressure on him.
Mhm.
But I don't see the harm in letting him chill in Xfinity.
I agree. I honestly, I hope he does at least one more in Xfinity.
Yeah.
For every reason.
Yeah.
All right, keep moving here. We got some Truck Series news, some big news. Ram official announcement happened on Sunday.
Yeah.
I didn't hear about this at all for the fucking 6 days leading up to it. Weird.
Yeah, it was the
I'm sorry.
worst kept secret
It
ever.
was, and it was their own fault. It
Yeah.
was Rams. I mean, we had the greatest one was that damn YouTube video. Some car reviewer, they got some early access look
Yeah,
at the
like car
at the
and
Dodge.
driver or something.
No, it wasn't even. It was it was like Auto Buyer's Guide. That was like the YouTube or something like that. And you got these two guys farting around with the new Rams. The Hemi's back, which cool. I'm happy Dodge is back. That fucking commercial that was running during the NASCAR race yesterday.
Ram.
Whatever. That Ram commercial that was running during the Cup race yesterday was what we loved about Dodge a couple years ago when you had the George Washington doing a burnout in a Challenger. Like
Yeah.
those commercials. So when that commercial popped up and it's all the new Rams doing burnouts and running around Darlington and there's a monster truck and fireworks and it was
Yeah.
the
Well, they
greatest
started
commercial
it
ever.
last year with the Super Bowl. They had the big like Super Bowl commercials and stuff like that with the Rams.
Well, what's his name?
yeah, with Glenn Powell.
No, the guy that runs the show over at Ram.
Well, so
Oh,
he's
the
he's
new-
back. He was
He's
the
not
C-
new. He's back.
Oh,
he
that's
left and
why
came back?
everything
So
is going back to what it
He was the
Yeah.
CEO back in all the Hellcat craziness days. Then he went away. That's why they took the Hemis out of the trucks. They put electric motors in the Challenger, all that crap. And then that went over like a wet fart. So that guy was gone. And then they brought back homeboy that really likes horsepower at American Bald Eagles.
Yep.
And now here we are. Dodge is back in Ram is back in NASCAR. So
And it's going to be trickled
The
down.
Hellcat's going right in the minivan.
yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
please.
it's
That's the welcome back present is the Hellcat Pacifica.
Y'all wanted it.
Y'all wanted
Like
it, you're
we've
getting
seen
it.
how much of a hit GR was with Toyota.
Yeah.
Like in Dodge was kind of the beginning of that. I mean, in modern day, obviously back in the day, they were putting small block Chevys and
Yeah.
everything back then.
Small block Chevy.
Small block Chevy.
But now it's like modern day Dodge was like, yeah, 6.7 in a Durango. Has anyone done that? No.
He didn't
Let's
even know
do
the
it.
Hellcat Durango existed. I told him about that at the track, and he was
Yeah, I
like,
didn't know
"What?"
SRT8
Oh, yeah.
'Cause I-
Durango.
no, the Hellcat Durango.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't
That's
know
a
they called
thing.
it a Hellcat.
It was
There's-
there was a huge
Yep.
legal thing because they said they were only making them for 1 year, so everybody bought them and like mothballed them. And then they're like, "Nah, just kidding. We're gonna make them for like the next 3 years." And all those people that bought the first year one, thinking it was gonna be like there was only like 600 of them, they're like, they sued Dodge,
Ha
all
ha.
that stuff, and I don't think it worked. But
No,
yes,
it
I
didn't.
saw one on the road the other day. There is a Hellcat
No.
Durango.
I've probably seen them. I just didn't really correlate Hellcat. I just assumed SRT8.
no.
Yeah. So anyway, back to the Ram announcement. They did not announce any teams. They did not announce any drivers. They are aiming for 4 to 6 cars, trucks by Daytona.
Yep.
Scott Beck.
Did
Um,
you hear Waltrip's
Oh
slip up
Jesus!
on
He
Saturday?
didn't even
Yeah,
slip
that
up.
was-
That was just him being like.
I
That was Waltrip just being goofy. I think.
I don't think he has any inside sources. I think he was just going off of probably what he saw on Twitter.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone lost their mind about that. If you didn't see it, Waltrip in the truck race was talking about, I really hope Dodge announces they're coming back, and Cletus McFarland should be their first driver. And
I
Twitter,
want them to announce Cletus McFarland
Yeah.
is going truck racing with Dodge.
Yeah, and Twitter blew
I
up
was like, what are you doing, Mike?
Yeah, I didn't.
No,
think
what's
it
going to
was
be
a
the
big deal.
craziest announcement ever? Tony Stewart Racing
Oh my god.
in the truck
TSR.
series.
Yes, but I thought that they
Nah,
missed the
he
mark
won't
on
come
it.
back.
No, he won't.
No.
They missed the mark on a couple things. The leaks all over the place. So what I was talking about, there was that YouTube video of them showing the new Ram with the Hemi back in it, and then in the background there's a suspicious looking Ram that looks much like a race car. That video was up for a couple hours. It blew up. They took the video down and then re-uploaded it with that truck in the background blurred out. Like, guys, little late.
And then they were like openly towing it around
Yeah.
Michigan without a cover
so
on
then
it.
there was a picture of it at
They
the
did it on purpose.
at the Darlington
Yeah.
photo
All
shoot.
This is on purpose.
Yeah, it is. Darlington photo shoot. There was a picture of it, and then Saturday, Sunday, there was 4 or 5 different. One of our listeners saw it. Remember who was that? Was that Woke? No, was that Woko?
No, Preston, I think.
No, he was in Nashville.
Somebody was there and
Somebody
said
was-
their cousin saw it.
Or his
something
cousin
like that.
saw it. Yeah, and took a picture of it. I
I put that on our
My
story
cousin's sister's husband saw
I just
it.
think they
Ram
should
drivers.
have. I know what they were trying to do by announcing it on Sunday. They should have announced it on Saturday in coalition, like in combined with the truck race.
Yeah.
Fuck, take the thing out, run a couple pace laps with it in front of the truck field. Like that
Yeah.
would have been sick. I know.
Yeah.
I know Sunday has the bigger eyes, the bigger crowd there,
Yeah.
but it was just. I thought it was kind of weird.
I think it was kind of brilliant to be like, oh no, it leaked. Oh no, it leaked. Oh
Yeah.
no, it's driving around town. Oh no, it's uncovered. Oh no.
Oh.
So the hype went from a day announcement to
6
4
days. We've
days
been
worth
talking
of
about
lead
it.
up, and I think it was fucking
I
brilliant.
loved how they announced it.
Their
where
little
they just-
burnout
The
stage
little
was
burnout
sick.
pad. It was looked like a gender reveal
Was
with
it,
the blue
was
and
it NASCAR chasm? It was like these gender reveals
Yeah.
are getting out of hand.
But if I'm
No,
releasing,
I think it was Bozy.
No, that was. Oh, I think you're right. It might have been.
Might
It was
have
one of
been
those
Bozy,
two.
Yeah.
yeah.
And then Bozy and Lou were going back and forth talking about how whatever they did to hook the left front wheel.
Yeah.
So it would just pivot. There's probably like, instead of a shock on the left front, there's probably just a rod going
Rod,
through the control arm.
Yeah.
That was so sick.
And it was just
That was
pivoting on
badass,
that.
though.
Oh, it was super cool.
That's the most Dodge way to announce something is to just
Oh,
do a
yeah.
sick burnout.
Yeah, 100%.
would have
I'm
been
here
way
for it.
cooler if they came out and they were like, Dodge the father, ran the daughter.
Jesus
Yee yee.
Christ.
Here's a new NAS truck, brother.
Yep.
That's when Cletus signs with him.
So
That's
I
his
will
announcement
say
video.
the
Couple
truck,
things.
I love how it looks. I think it
I
looks
think it's
looks
super
sick.
cool looking.
Yeah,
I
it's
think,
good.
but
Looks
then again,
sharp.
all the trucks look good. I think the trucks are the best looking vehicles in NASCAR.
Toyota, I think are.
Yeah, 100%.
I think Toyotas are a little tough.
That's why I want to get a race win, the Larson Hendrick truck.
Oh, the Hendrick truck. Yeah,
I think the Chevys still look great. The Fords look all right.
I think the
I kind
Toyotas
of like.
look fun.
I kind of like
I
the
like the
Fords with the new
Toyotas.
rounder front ends. The Toyotas, I feel like they're so big that seeing it on the ground makes the grill look kind of obnoxious in the front of them.
I think it looks.
I think it looks
awesome.
cool.
I
As
like
a-
But
the
I
la-
also,
I like the
also
last
put
one's
that
better.
grill on my truck.
yeah, as not a Toyota guy, I'll say I like the Toyotas. I think the Fords are the worst looking of the four.
I agree.
Yeah.
That's because they look
By-
like the base model.
I mean,
trucks
by
with the
nature,
plastic
I
grills.
grew up as a Ford person. I
Yeah.
now drive a Toyota Tundra.
Trader.
Big time trader. It's so bad. But anyway, I think it was badass as hell. But I agree with you. The Fords are the worst looking ones.
The one thing I will say about the Dodge announcement is it being number 25 is still weird to me.
Yeah, why wouldn't they do 26? Like we're coming out in 26.
Yeah, I know. It's really weird.
Unless they just like show up at like Phoenix or
No,
something.
they said they're
Yeah.
not. They don't even have any teams yet. They got to build that
Oh,
whole
they got teams.
infrastructure.
What they also
Yeah, they
said they are aiming to get to the Cup Series.
Yes.
They're not just sticking with truck. It's not going to be Ram. It'll be another Stellantis brand, more than likely. Because Ram is
Right.
just
What do
trucks,
they have
so
for
they-
cars? They have the Challenger, the EV Challenger thing.
Well, you got to think Stellantis.
but I'm trying to think.
Chrysler,
Right, but-
Dodge.
but what
Ram.
What
do
does
they have for
Chrysler
Chrysler?
have
Can
for
we get a
cars? I
Sebring?
think they only make the van.
I don't think Chrysler makes anything except the van. I think you're right.
Yeah, they would probably do a Dodge Challenger.
It'll be a Challenger. I'm trying
Challenger or Charger.
to think. It's going to be a Fiat.
Yeah,
500. It's like Herbie fully loaded out there.
No, the little Miata Roadster thing.
No. It's the Abarth.
The Abarth.
A birthday. A birthday.
Abarth. No, it's going to be the Gucci version with the Gucci seatbelts and the rag
Hell
top.
yeah.
Gucci flip.
Gucci flip flops. Damn it! We
Gucci,
all,
Louis, Fendi, Prada.
all three of our brains went Gucci flip flops. He was just the first one to have it come
Yeah.
out the mouth.
Hell yeah. So yeah, I mean, I think it's great for the sport.
I do too.
I think
think-
it's awesome.
And then there was also rumors, and again, we've been hearing this for years, but Jordan said on the teardown that there is
A rumored
apparently
fifth.
fifth that is in the works.
I don't.
So,
I don't even want to. We've been doing this for
I-
5
yeah.
years, and I'm not doing it.
like
again.
we've said every single other time, like right now, we're talking about Ram because it's actually happening. I'm not giving it the time of day until you have pen to paper and say,
I want
Audi's
a
coming in.
spy shot. I want an insider. I want a narc of some
Yeah,
kind.
yeah.
I want something before I talk about it.
Yeah.
I just cannot wait for a Honda Ridgeline or a Hyundai Santa Fe to be in the truck series. Like the cars is
Honda
one thing.
Ridgeline would be badass.
The cars is one thing. Like an Accord, yeah, that's the same as a Camry and stuff.
yeah,
But it's like the trucks, they have nothing that compares to the trucks.
they don't have a
Yeah.
full size.
So it'd be
yeah.
so funny if they're just like, it's the Santa Fe. Like my Hyundai Santa Fe was
Ran
lightning
great today.
fast out there.
Yeah, I had a really fast Honda Ridgeline under me
Oh
today.
my God.
But the worst part though is the Ridgeline's probably like it actually fits the trucks the best because it's a unibody. It's
Yeah.
like-
Well, the truck series have
Truck's not
solid
unibody,
frames.
that's a frame.
They're
No, I
just
meant like the body
bed and
itself is one piece.
cab are just molded together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
Yep.
get Jeep Comanches out there, dude. They had a frame and the body was one.
Yeah. Good. When two become one.
It's the international harvester.
El Caminos, they're definitely more El Caminos than anything.
Hell yeah.
2-wheel drive, solid frame, pretty much a G body
yeah,
frame.
yeah, it is a G body.
One piece body, car engine,
Truck butt.
El Camino.
El Caminos aren't one piece body. Oh yes, they are.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
You're right. Sorry. It's a station
Uh,
wagon with the ass cut off.
Yeah, that's a good
If
way
you
to
look
put
at a
it. Yeah.
if you look at a Chevelle wagon next to an El Camino, it's
Okay.
literally what it is.
I still think the truck series would look way sicker if they had toppers.
And
the rear
soft
window-
toppers though.
No,
No.
the
They're
rear
just
window.
flapping away.
The rear window open like farm truck.
The
That's
old
the spoiler.
like that one, the farm truck, like the old white itchy fiberglass.
No, they gotta have
ones
the
with
bubble
sli-
ones.
with the old man bubble top, the, camper
step
top.
up ones.
No, they gotta have the slidey side windows.
Dude, imagine the sponsors you could fit on that bad boy.
Oh,
Yeah, and you have to slide it open to refuel the truck.
that's where the filler is.
No, you have to drop the license plate down.
Oh, we are making progress here, folks.
That'd be fun. That's all I have for news. You guys got anything else?
There was some news that was just broken in Discord by by who else? Michael Carteropoli. News: MBM Motorsports is debuting a truck at Pocono.
No shit.
Number 69
Nice.
in like the worst font ever.
with Tomasi or Tyler Tomasi. I think isn't that the dude that Spinelli races with on iRacing? I think he talks about him. Maybe I'm wrong, but
Name sounds familiar.
yeah, that name sounds like somebody's talked about it before. But yeah, we'll have a really nice truck to root on at Pocono.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
I just don't get it because doesn't Timmy Hill Racing race in the Truck Series?
What?
MBM is Timmy Hill's
I
team.
don't know.
No, doesn't Texas Timmy has a different. Didn't he
I
have
think he
60
co-owns MBM.
I thought he had a different entry.
Or no, MBM sold and now they're Route 66 Racing.
Garage 66.
Garage 66.
Yeah, that's
Sponsored
right.
by Route 66.
Get your kicks at
On
Garage
Route
66.
But I thought Timmy Hill was part owner of MBM, kind of like BJ and Live Fast, but BJ still had BJ
McLeod
McLeod
BJM,
Motorsports.
yeah.
I don't think so.
It's good TV.
I don't know. Don't really know.
But
Don't
either
really
way,
care.
kind of weird. I don't.
Oh, wasn't there supposed to be an SS Greenlight announcement?
Yeah, Josh Palicki's racing at Mexico.
Oh, is
Oh,
that
hell
what it
yeah.
was? Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Great dude. Love him.
In the 14 car.
In the 14? Then
Yeah.
it was in the 07? Oh,
No, it's 14.
cool.
SS.
Interesting.
07, isn't that?
No, SS
Gase?
is 07. SS had the 07 and the 08.
You guys are way
Well,
better
no, the
at that.
14 is what Garrett Smithley's been driving all season.
Oh,
Or no, that was the 71?
Yeah, 07 and the 14. Oh, there too.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Okay.
I think that's all we got for news.
That's all I got. You guys got anything else?
I don't think so.
Nothing?
I can't
Yeah,
think of anything.
07 and 08. They ran the 08 car up until last year. And then they were running the 14. Here and there. Cool.
Yeah, I think that was the one Garrett Smithley was in.
14. Yeah.
14.
Noom, 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 noom. Wrong button.
No, this is a racetrack.
Noom,
Oh.
noom, noom, noom. Thought we were getting Gen 4 noises. Noom, 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 noom,
I
noom,
think they're
noom.
in there.
Yeah, Mike was supposed to send those. They didn't. I just like hitting the damn button.
Oh, Michael Underwood. Pancakes.
Pancakes. Michigan. I don't want to read this, but I'm gonna. The DQS Solutions and Staffing 250 powered by Precision Vehicle Logistics.
I give that a 0.5 out of 10.
Name of the year.
Wow. That rivals the call 811 before you
That's
dig.
up there. Yeah.
.com.
I would like to see what that trophy looks like. If they could fit the entire name of the race on the trophy.
The nameplate's
The
this
thing's
long.
it's gonna be the Harley J. Earl trophy.
Yeah.
Like the bottom of it.
DQS Solutions and Staffing 250, fine, whatever. Powered by Precision Vehicle
It's so
Logistics.
dumb.
Just stop.
Just stop doing what you're doing.
And then obviously we had the Firekeeper 4.
We also had the ARCA race, which was the Henry Ford Health 200.
I like that.
That's
I'm okay with that.
simple.
Not
I like
bad.
that.
And Butterbean is just burning ARCA to the ground.
Oh, absolutely.
Homeboy's a short track
Good.
racer. Goes
And he
to
deserves
it.
wins
Corey Haim.
Daytona, wins Michigan. Like, yeah, it was awesome. And he beat Corey Heim, too. It's actually a good race for ARCA.
Yeah.
Truck race.
I mean, Corey Haim was put in that car like an hour before the race started.
Yes.
So
Yeah. Truck race.
Truck race was a really good time.
Yep.
Really?
I
Except
really
for one
enjoyed
restart
it.
where it looked like the ARCA
Oh,
race.
dude, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I wanted to bring that up. Yeah, late race, huge wreck.
That was a mess.
Yeah, you can't wait in the box in the truck series. You got to just go
I wanted to bring up
because that happens.
something that happened in the Cup broadcast yesterday. Did you hear Corey's self-deprecating humor, and that's why we love him so much?
I must have missed it.
They were, I think it was pre-race. They had obviously him and Carl. They were hanging out talking about the truck race. They were like, "Oh, and Corey was in the truck race
It's like
yesterday."
the only thing I look forward to every week.
And they
two.
showed the wreck, and Corey goes, "Yeah, I don't know how I made it through that. Normally, I'm the one causing these wrecks, so it was weird to be on that side of it."
he was like the only one in the front to not get
he
any
should've
damage.
been.
out of
He
that.
made
He
it
didn't
through
touch
nicely.
anybody.
he
too.
should have been wrecked 5 times.
I
And
thought
he-
he spun the 17. Was that
No.
young kid in the 17? I thought he spun him, but that kid bounced off another
Yeah.
truck and just spun. And Corey's just like, I'm just scoot right on
But
through
shouts
here.
to
but
Corey for the self-deprecating humor, and he worked in the "I'm through it, Harry" line. So this is why we love the
Killer.
man. That's why we love the man.
Yeah, Stuart Friesen ends up snapping his 72 race win streak, and he can get the toaster out of his bathroom now.
I'm mad because Corey was leading at regulation. Corey led at the first green-white checker.
when
But-
Hemrick blew that tire, I was like, let him get to the line. Let him
Corey-
get to the line.
Corey was one corner away from winning that race, and Hemrick blew a tire. He was out there with a bunch of damage. He blew a right front or a left front, one of those two.
Yeah, they should have pitted for that. He was
Yeah.
smoking when they were taking the pace laps from the
Yeah.
tire rub. But yeah, Corey, we're going to talk about Corey because we're Corey fans, and hopefully he's listening. Corey, if you're out there.
Corey, we love you.
He wasn't lights out fast. This is his first time being in a truck in 18
He was
months.
hanging out in like 12th, 13th most of the day.
His last time in a truck was at Daytona, I think. I think that was the only time he raced last
When we
year was
were
at
there,
Daytona.
Yep.
So it's not like he has a bunch of
That was a big
experience in
wreck,
the
too,
truck
that he was in.
series.
Yep.
This is only his, what, 6th start truck
Something
ever?
like that, yeah.
Yeah, it was super cool to see him actually be able to capitalize at the end. He was at such a disadvantage the second green white checker because of his tires.
The trucks with
Yeah.
new tires. It was much like we talked about.
Yeah,
the
he couldn't
Xfinity-
get up and go
It was
on the
much
last
like Allgaier in the Xfinity race last week.
Yeah.
Where if they'd have been the one green white checker, he had enough buffer to the cars with new tires.
Yeah.
Same with Corey. If that one green white checker had worked, he was fine. But by the time the second one came out, now you've got trucks with new tires on your back bumper and end finger
And to
past
be
him
honest,
into turn one.
Hocevar should have won that race. Hocevar was dominating.
He
He,
was.
probably led freaking green to checkers. But they got off sequence. He tied up a little bit in that wreck, and then he had a restart violation there at the end, which completely screwed Hocevar. Hocevar
and
should
he
have
got-
won it.
He got screwed too. The first green white checker by Frankie Muniz didn't get going.
True,
And
yep.
Hocevar was behind him. He went into turn one. He was like 4th on the restart. He went into turn one in like 10th because the
Yeah.
bottom lane just didn't go.
So it should have been the Hocevar show. Cool for Stuart Friesen to win.
Yeah.
You know, Stuart Friesen and Grant Enfinger battling at the end.
Which is cool.
Yeah.
Two
It's fun to watch.
cool veterans.
Yeah, and I'm happy for Friesen because like I don't know if a lot of people have paid it much attention, but he was really down in the dumps. Like, why I don't even know why I'm doing this anymore.
Yeah.
you
Stuart
know.
Friesen, he's such a cool dude.
He
like
is.
his whole family's into it. His wife's a badass, just like he is. They're a dirt racing family. He's totally self-funded to be in the truck series.
Yeah.
I think he owns the team, does everything.
Don't they own the sponsor too?
I
Isn't
don't
it some
know.
business they own?
I don't
thought.
know if he owns a sponsor, but if they do, cool. If they don't, that sponsor's loyal as fuck.
Yeah.
But totally self-funded, and he gets like the oddball wins. Like they go to Bristol Dirt, or they used to, or Eldora. He'd be the favorite,
Right,
but
it's
then he
Hallmark.
would just like bang out a win at Dover or something.
Yeah.
And it's super cool to see Stuart Friesen win, dude. Dude acts like he's 15 years old when he gets out of the car. He's climbing the fence. He's jumping off the wall
He's-
6
yeah.
feet in the air.
He's just as good as AJ watching
Yeah.
him win because he's
So-
so excited about
I was
it.
bummed for Corey because I was like, that would have been so funny if he just gets like a luck win at the start of his little truck parade series he's doing.
But hell, top 5.
But yeah,
Solid
top
day.
fiving it, best finishing Spire truck, and Stuart Friesen wins. Can't complain.
And Stuart Friesen, as a Canadian, wins at one of like the 2 tracks where we hear the Canadian national anthem,
Yes.
which is
Is he
kind of sick.
Canadian?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I knew I didn't like him. Never mind.
I take everything back what I said.
Take your maple syrup and your geese and go home.
Yeah, we're one of the. So it's
Leave the
it's-
maple syrup,
Is it
though.
Michigan? It's Michigan and Loudon. I don't think they do it at the Glen.
I don't know about the Glen. They might.
They might. That'd be
I mean, the
one.
Glen's
Do
closer
the,
than we are.
Do the trucks race at the Glen?
Well, no, they do the Canadian national anthem for all of them. Look at Loudon; they do it for the.
Yeah, but do the trucks race at the Glen?
Doesn't matter.
No, we're just talking about tracks that do the anthem.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you were talking about Stuart Friesen.
No, we're
winning.
just talking.
Yeah, now
about,
we're
we've
moved on
moved
to
on.
Stuart Friesen. We're just talking about where they do the Canadian national anthem. See if you can find that.
Probably
I'll look it up right
Portland.
Or people in the chat.
Portland, May. You're right.
Yeah,
Portland, might.
Yeah, that's a
Portland,
good
Michigan,
point.
Watkins, Glen, and Loudon.
Those would be the 4 that I would think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, dude, Kari Ropley said they barely did it. Michigan. It was an awful 2 out of 10. That national anthem was embarrassing.
The cup one,
The
or
lady.
I missed it. I was fast forwarding through
man,
that.
it was
I didn't see it.
no bueno. So I was watching it. Truck race. Lady was not.
Oh, I
good.
did see that one.
Not
Not
good.
good. Not good.
And then they had like some marching band or something play.
It was a kids. It was a high school marching band.
Yeah,
Played the
and they
American
did a
one.
bang up job. And my wife's in the other room, and she goes during the ladies singing of Canadian national anthem. She's like, "Yeesh, that's
Oh,
not
yeah.
great." And then the band starts playing. My wife from the other room just goes, "Did they not let her sing because she sucks so bad?" It was pretty
Steve,
good.
got an answer?
All I can find is it says it does it at Michigan, Watkins Glen, and New Hampshire.
So maybe not
at least
Portland.
We confirmed
Yeah.
watching Watkins Glen. But yeah, anyway, truck race, good time. Anything else you wanted to add from the truck race?
I don't think so.
Opening 2 were caution free. Final stage got a little ugly, which we talked about. Hocevar led 56 laps, ended up 10th. Ended up 11th. Yeah, that's all I really had.
Nice.
That's it. Trucks are off. They are not going down to Mexico, so the trucks will be returning when we return to
We
the
get
track at
Late night,
Pocono.
late night Friday night action. The 5 p.m. start on Friday night.
Oh, what happened to? I didn't watch the beginning of the truck race. What happened to Raja?
He had a flat on like lap 1,
And yeah,
and then he
stuffed it
never.
in. Done.
No, he didn't even stuff it. He came right down pit road. He almost died.
I thought he backed it in.
No,
No?
he blew the tire coming out of 4 and then did like the I turn now and almost killed 10 people, but made it to pit road. He went a lap down, and then since the first stage went caution free, by the time the stage was over, there was like 2 more trucks a lap down, so he didn't get the free pass. I think he was just buried all day, couldn't get his lap back.
No, he did.
Yeah.
He backed it into the wall. at
I
one
thought
point.
he did.
I think that was later. The
Yeah.
first one I remember it because they went to his onboard, and you can see him. He all of a sudden just puts the chutes out and just turns down to get to pit road and almost took out like 3 trucks.
Yeah. All right. All right. Sunday, Firekeepers Casino 400.
Yeah, but back to what I said. Yes, 5 p.m. I saw the schedule today. 5
yeah.
p.m. trucks on Friday night.
Fuck
That is awesome. We
yeah.
love that.
Golden Hour truck race.
It used to be Golden Hour ARCA race, but now we'll take Golden Hour truck race.
I'll take that all
We're going
day.
to the stands for that one.
Oh,
We
absolutely.
always do. That's the best.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I got to figure out if we can bring our scooters.
Probably not.
Darn.
I mean,
No, we would have to like bike lock them to the fence or something.
and I
should
don't feel
probably
like
do
there's
that.
anywhere to bike lock them that you couldn't just put it around the handlebars. Okay, cool.
Put it in the bushes.
Yeah, didn't you do that last year at the concert? Didn't we throw them under a trailer? Did
No,
you guys
those-
throw them under the?
Oh yeah,
We threw when you guys went to the concert on Saturday night. You threw them under the like ice cream trailer.
Yeah. We should get a bike lock.
I
have
have a bunch. I have
Do
2
you?
I have 2 in the camper.
I
Oh,
bought
perfect,
one
yeah.
for last year. I don't even know where it is.
We should bring them
I
around
have
so we can bring the good
I have a
scoots.
big. It's like a 5-foot long steel cable that I have padlocks for. It was for when we put our bikes in the back of the truck.
Yeah. We should
I have
do that
like 2 of those cables.
Because I got that really nice scoot you bought me.
Yeah, I got the same one.
Did I do that thing for Rip today?
You're excited, aren't you?
I easily take that for a ride twice a week.
Yeah,
Like,
you're,
I'm not kidding.
Oh, that means I got to dig mine out and see if it still
Dude,
works.
because I take Bodie. Like,
Yeah.
I'll take him for a walk or jog or whatever, and then I'll grab the scoot and just do a quick lap around the block. So he's full sprint, and I'm just coasting.
well,
on
you
the
saw
scoot.
me with Rocco last year.
Awesome.
We almost killed him.
Yeah.
We brought him to the dog park and back, and it was hot, and he only knows one speed, and that's go.
Yeah.
So he sled dogged me all the way to the friggin' dog park, which is like what, 3/4 of a mile away,
Sketchy, but
probably.
awesome.
And then we did it on the way back, and then he's laying in the camper under the air conditioner, panting uncontrollably.
Just
and I'm
dying.
like, I think we killed him.
Well, he's in better shape now.
Much better shape now, so
we'll
hopefully
see.
that'll work. But you are so excited for that scooter because you were miserable last year.
No, I wasn't miserable. I was jealous.
Oh, that's what it was. Yeah.
Because it was, I mean, it wasn't miserable, but it was definitely not a good time because it was rattling my fucking teeth
Yeah,
out.
his scooter. Kyle got like the Timu scooter, and we all got the
Yeah,
2311
Walmart specials.
ones.
They were like $20. I was like, I don't know if I'm really gonna want this. Like, I didn't want to go out and spend the $90 wherever
Yeah,
it was on
they're
the
like
good
they're-
scoots that we now have now. I was like, I don't know if I really need that.
And then he saw all of us with our 2311 scooters, and he was like, "Son of a bitch."
Well, I bought 2. I bought one for me, and one for my wife because we use it for
Dust off.
and like other car shows and stuff. I'm like, yeah, we use it once or twice a year, maybe. I was like, $60 for 2 of them at Walmart. Like, yeah, it's worth it. I mean, it was worth it to buy them and find out that I want a good one.
Yes,
But I wish I bought the good one in the first place.
those
but,
things
you know,
are so.
whatever.
They're, well, you didn't buy this
Dude,
one.
I know. I got it as a gift.
You're
from-
welcome.
From my boyfriend. Thanks. I love you. Dude, that thing's fucking.
Hope
They're
you-
so nice though.
They
They're
roll
so
so
nice.
good. Yeah, they roll so good.
they're not norms, but they're nice.
I'm fine. I don't need norms. That's. I mean, we just spent $300 on that thing.
I don't remember.
It was something like that. I think I remember.
Did
that.
you figure out the speaker?
No, it died.
It
I don't
died?
think- I
It
don't
never
think
worked.
It never
It
worked.
worked for 13 seconds.
For something to die, it has to be alive.
Yeah.
It worked. I had it. I played it for 13 seconds at my house.
I got to figure out how Joe Soul put underglow on his scooter. Although I probably should have done that before 10 days before broken up. I just remembered that he had the lights on his.
Well, you can just buy them with
Yeah.
like battery packs.
Yeah.
They're probably like desk lights
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah,
Yeah, we gotta
I should
figure
look
that
that
out.
up because that was cool. 'Cause that's how I found you guys when
Yeah.
you left the concert last year. It was pitch black in the middle of the infield. But
Yeah,
I
wasn't
saw,
Joe Soul the one he put the Blaney sticker on his handlebars, but he did it when they were backwards?
Yes.
Yeah. We did.
So
Yeah.
he just ran him with the handlebars
But,
backwards.
that's how
'cause
I
Wait, was
couldn't
it Joe
sticker on.
Souls or was
was
it
Joe
Just
Soul.
Bus that did the 12?
it was Joe Soul.
Joe.
He's our Blaney boy. But
Yeah.
that's how I found you guys when I couldn't find you at the concert.
Yeah.
I got
Yeah,
find my
right.
iPhone to work for 30 seconds and I saw you were away from the concert. I was like, fuck, they left. So I go tearing off after you and I see off in the distance, I see LED lights. I'm like, found him.
Let's hope Ronan doesn't break my chain again this year like he did that.
Oh my
time
God, we
last
get
year.
roaded in a week.
We do.
So excited.
Week from Wednesday.
He's flying in Wednesday.
Either Tuesday or Wednesday, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, he's staying here.
Well, obviously, I figured
Yeah.
as much.
6. So yeah, Firekeepers Casino 400. Awesome.
Candidate for race of the year, in my opinion.
Yeah.
For sure.
I thought it, something about this track, the draft, the speeds they were pulling. I mean, we were watching on practice. They were going 202 by themselves into the corner.
Moving.
They're moving. I loved hearing Carl Edwards on the broadcast talk about how unbelievably fast they were. And it's like, sir, you raced here when they were doing 216 into turn one. Like,
Yeah.
sir, did you forget about that part of your life?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was so cool. I love on these big tracks where the draft is really, and these cars are so draggy, where you get two cars next to each other. Like Dale Jr. said it 10 times when they're arguing on the front stretch, and the car behind them looks like it was shot out of a cannon.
Yeah.
And I mean, they're
The runs
and
still
they're making
exist.
these moves last second because they don't want to get blocked. So I mean, some of those onboards, you're like watching them, they're closing 8-10 miles an hour faster, and then they turn at the last second. And I'm like, whoa! It was
Yeah, it's funny. Like last week at Nashville, it felt like the 550 package was back.
a little bit.
How
Yeah.
they couldn't do anything.
Right.
And they were so slow. And then this week, I was like, I felt like I was watching the Indy 500.
They
Yeah,
were
dude,
breaking
Like
the
they were
draft.
just
and-
giving wicked runs and then
just seeing
diving.
We haven't seen good runs from
Yeah.
this car like at all.
We probably
Who
will
said
like
it?
Saturday morning.
Who
Yeah.
said it? It was I think it was Corey or Carl equated them to like fighter jets. Watching
Yeah.
them just bobbing and weaving all over the place. The restarts were insane.
Yeah. It was a great race just across the board. Talking points, what do you guys got?
It wasn't a great race for Alex Bowman. Glad to see
No.
him get out of that. I audibly
That was
went.
a hard hit.
I audibly went. Oh, when he spun because I saw what happened.
We're
I
still,
was
that's going to be a stay glued to Twitter this week kind of thing.
make sure because that looked. I mean, I bet that was.
He hit hard.
I bet that was like G wise probably as hard as the Zillich hit in the Xfinity car, and that car crumples.
I mean, all
Yeah.
four off the ground.
Oh yeah, that looked like Blaney at Daytona when he did it twice. Remember
Yeah.
when Blaney got nose in the fence
Yeah,
at Daytona?
That was really bad.
back to back years.
Wasn't
Yeah, that was scary.
Wasn't the second one Atlanta? Was it Atlanta?
Atlanta, sorry.
Yeah, I think it was
One
Daytona,
was Daytona
and
and
Atlanta.
Atlanta. One
Yeah.
was the cutoff race. Yeah. That was a scary wreck. It was good to hear him. Like, it wasn't sometimes you get that alarming radio where they're like, you can tell the wind's knocked out of him. He was just like, yeah, that was a fucking big one. Like, in his typical
Yeah.
Alex Bowman sarcasm. But I'm sure when the adrenaline wore off on the way home last night and this
He's
morning,
hurting this
he
morning.
was probably hurting.
I
Yeah,
hope he's okay. I can't imagine he's not feeling that one.
Oh, he felt that one.
And he has
Well, just-
had a season that has gone from good to awful.
We were
Yeah,
talking
just
about
pack that on his fall from like 4th in points to 14th in points.
it in like 8 weeks.
And
He's-
they just kept bringing it up on the radio, on the broadcast. Like the last 9 races, he's finished
Sucked.
27th or worst 7 times.
I saw.
And his other 2 times were both top 5s.
Let me
Or
see
a 5th and a 7th.
I want to see if I
out of
can
his last
find
9
it.
races.
Here it is.
It's nuts to me that he's even in the
Spinelli-
conversation still.
Spinelli posted a great thing in Discord from
15th.
Daniel Cespedes on Twitter. It's the average finish over the last 5 races. Bowman is the second worst, only ahead of Cody Ware. His average finish over the last 5 races is 28.2.
Jesus Christ.
Cody Ware is
And the fact that he's
28.8.
still technically in the playoffs, 15th in points right now.
Yeah, that's
is
how
insane.
strong he was before
Yes,
that.
yeah,
And he has
exactly.
like top 5 most stage points or something like that. Like he had a bunch of stage points. It's just, or maybe not top 5, but he was like, somebody did a graph where it's like points versus points without stage points. And he was one of the biggest drops. So he's solely surviving on stage points right now.
What was his average finish in the last few? 28, you said?
20.
28
hold on,
change?
I scrolled away.
Yeah, his average on the season is 20. I
Yeah.
mean, let's look back.
28.2 in the last
Yeah.
5.
20.2 for the whole season. But,
But it's like the
Michigan, 36th. Nashville, 36th. Charlotte, 29th. Then we go to Wilkesboro. It doesn't count. Kansas was 5th. Texas, 35th. Talladega, 7th. Bristol, 37th.
Oh,
Darlington, 35th. Martinsville, 27th. That's in a row.
that's
That is back
bad.
to March 23rd in Homestead. That was during his good
Yeah,
run.
he had 2 blown engines in that amount
Yep.
of time.
Yep.
Coke 600 was on him. I don't fully remember what happened at Nashville. Oh, he got loose. Didn't he get loose coming back up? He had like a pit issue or something. He was coming
I
back
don't
to the
remember.
pack and he got loose.
I don't remember.
I
So
don't-
it's just kind of like
it's just been bad.
it's just packing on, and like he qualified good this week, which was like holy shit. Like you qualified really good for how early he was qualifying.
Yep.
We talked about the metric earlier with Suarez. Like Bowman's on that same trajectory right now with
You're
just
getting
dropping
first,
in points. So he's going further and further down the metric for
You're in
qualifying.
the first group of practice. You're in the first group of qualifying.
And he's had like 2 last place finishes in a row. So it's like he qualified super early this week.
Yep.
Qualified really well. And they just had no speed at the beginning of the race. He had speed in practice. He was second overall in practice or something.
As soon as the green flag dropped, it was like he had a anchor on that thing. He was in the 30s in like 5 laps.
Yeah. Brutal.
Yeah, it just sucks. Hopefully this week is a turnaround for him. He's obviously a really good road course racer. He's another one of those, you go to a road course for the first time, he's strong.
Yeah.
So hopefully he can turn around his luck because
for
he
sure.
needs it.
All 3 RFK cars, top 10, first time.
Big for them.
Is that the first time?
Yep.
Probably since it's been RFK and they've had 3 cars.
Yep.
Yep. Season best 7th for Mr. Zane Smith. So seeing front row up front, which is
Yeah, he qualified
see.
good and he ran good all race.
I wanted to bring up, I know our opinions on the guy, but how do you feel about Ty Gibbs post race?
I did not hear it.
He was not happy, even though he finished 3rd. And I hate to agree with him, but I kind of get it. He was on
Explain.
the same fuel strategy as Denny at the end.
Okay.
And they never let him go. Like they were there. I remember one specific point, Denny and Byron, it was when Denny was passing Byron or in the process or working on him. And it was one of those, Gibbs had a big run on them. And they went to his in-car and they had his radio. And in his ear, they're saying, they're like, remember the plan. Don't just back it off. We still got to save. And he could have passed both of them. He could have had a 2-for-1. But they were like, they kept the gloves, they kept the restraints on him so long, even though he was on the same fuel strategy as Denny. And Denny obviously had enough. He saved a little bit, but he was
Didn't the
fine.
54 sputter like coming to the white?
I don't think so. I think they said he was fine.
Because there was one where he was like side by side with Briscoe.
No,
And he just like dropped like a rock going down the backstretch, like he was running out of gas.
no. He was
Not that I
fine.
saw.
So
yeah, there was a moment at the end where he was right there with the leaders and he dropped back like 6 car lengths.
well, I think that was when he realized that like Denny was driving away. That was after Denny passed Byron. Denny was gone. And I think then he went into like max save, like fuck it, just get 3rd at this point.
yeah,
But he
'cause
was like his radio, his spotter and crew chief audio. It was like, dude, let him race. Like he was on that. I think that's what he was pissed about at the end of the race was like,
They didn't let me
I
race.
can't do anything if you're going to handcuff me. I understand we want to get a good finish, but he's so far down in the points. He's pretty much in must-win territory.
Yeah.
A 3rd place does nothing for us.
No.
Like, so it was kind of weird. When I watched it initially, I was like, what's he crying about? But then listening to a few things today and kind of hearing that side of it, I was like, okay, I kind of get it. Like, that does suck.
If they're on the same strategy and you're on the same team, why wouldn't you just live up Denny's butt?
Yeah,
it's like
that's-
follow Denny.
Yep.
Live with him.
yeah, I don't know. Maybe
he
he
had
didn't
a-
save as good as Denny
he-
throughout the run.
He had a run on the top 2 when they were side by side, and they were in the radio like, nope, rein
I
it back,
missed that, yeah.
rein it back.
Yeah, there was a spot during the broadcast where they said the 54 is out of gas, and it was like coming to the white,
Nah,
and then he just kept going.
I don't remember that. I remember when Byron ran out of fuel.
No, they were coming down the backstretch, and he was like side by side with the 5 or the 17, whoever he was racing,
Yeah.
and he just like put out the parachutes going down the backstretch. I'm pretty sure Junior's like, and the 54 is out of
I
gas.
don't remember that. If anything, I think he just backed off on the last lap because he knew he wasn't going to catch him. So it was like, all right, at least finish.
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, whatever happened, it was like drastic when it happened on the broadcast.
What else we got? Obviously, we talked about your boy Hocevar, led 32 laps. Obviously, we talked about the tire going down towards the end of the race.
Yeah, and
20 to
that's
go,
what I was
so-
like saying about the Indy 500. Like the end of this race seemed very. Once they went into fuel saving mode,
Yeah.
it's like you don't want to be the first car.
Yeah.
It felt very Indy at the end of
Yeah.
this.
I like a fuel race.
I don't
I
mind it.
saw-
I
When
don't
they're
mind it at all.
fast,
I
Because
saw
we don't get it anymore
Yes.
because the math is so good.
exactly
Yeah.
back when we were kids, back in the 90s, early 2000s, we would get these all the time. You'd have Loudon. Pocono was always a fuel mileage
Junior
race.
broke his win streak at Michigan
on a fuel
with
mileage race.
with Letarte.
The Batman car, right? They
think
only
that
showed
was
it
the Batman
they
car.
only showed it 17 times this weekend. We used to get them all the
Every
time.
one of Austin Dillon's wins.
Yes. We used to get fuel mileage races all the time. Every intermediate track.
we still get him at Pocono.
Still get them at Pocono.
I just wish the Xfinity races would finish with a fuel mileage race. We've had so
Oh.
many years of fuel mileage
Was that-
Xfinity races.
was that
that's
last
like
year?
15
Yeah, that
to
was-
go,
that
and
was
then all of a
this
sudden
past
something
year.
happened.
Last year's, we were in the stands. I've never been
Oh.
more mad to see a caution because somebody had a big lead, but they might not make it. And we were all like on the edge of our seat. And then there was a caution with X amount of laps to go. We were like, oh, there goes that.
Who was it?
It was
Was it like Hill out front and
Allgaier was
Josh
chasing him
Berry
or
was
something,
reeling him in
maybe.
or something a couple
It
years
might have been
ago?
Josh Berry. Cole Custer.
He's always good at poking.
I don't
So I feel
remember.
like he would have been in the mix.
Yeah, it was someone
But-
that we were rooting to reel in, someone that we wanted to lose.
Yes. What bothers me though is
Oh,
I
Ryan.
can't stand the people that now they hear fuel mileage and they equate it to what's going on at Daytona and Talladega, which we don't like. That's not fuel mileage race. That's not strategy. That's just we're gonna putt around and wait till the last
Yeah.
stop and take as little as possible. Whatever. This was an old fashioned like you pit as early as you can and hope you make it, and it's fun. I
Get
like
as
that
much fuel as you
because
possibly can.
in that last 8 laps, or it'll be 10 laps, 20 laps, whatever,
Yeah.
I'm sitting there thinking there are 6 or 7 people that could win this race.
And those are the best ones to watch.
Those
they really
Yeah,
are.
that was awesome. The Daytona Talladega fuel saving, and I saw a lot of it on Twitter and stuff after the fact, was people, I hate fuel mileage races. This car sucks. All we're doing is fuel
you
mileage.
don't know
No,
what you're looking at.
you
then.
don't know what you're just hear fuel mileage and you instantly think 170 miles an hour, 60% throttle at Daytona.
Yeah.
And it's not the
It's not
same.
what this
It's
is.
not what this is at all. This is cool. This is fun with fuel savings. Like even Denny, they told him, I listened to his show on the way down
Who
here.
can be the smoothest?
Yeah, Denny said on his show that they told him he was good to the finish, but he still was like, you said I'm like a quarter lap good. I'm going to give he said he was saving fuel and it was cool on the broadcast. So they were showing,
And who's better at saving like that
he's,
than Denny?
yeah. I loved
Truthfully.
on the broadcast. So they were showing
Blaney
his,
and Logano.
Yeah.
I
They
still
save
think
at the
they
pump,
should,
dude.
I still
They do
think they
save at the pump.
still
Save
think
at
they
the
should have
pump.
checked the fuel lines in Logano's car at Nashville last year. That was
Dude,
bullshit.
Yeah.
Um,
EcoBoost? All right.
Yeah, I loved on how how Letarte highlighted it
Bro,
on the broadcast.
How far has technology come where we get a miles per gallon in the Cup Series?
Oh, the burn bar.
Yeah, dude, that was sick.
I was talking about. I just loved when they were showing Denny saving fuel.
It's the garage door opener.
Yeah, and you could see they were showing that he wasn't just dumping the throttle, like he was letting out a little early and then gradually getting back on it, and they were highlighting what he was doing. I thought that was just really cool.
Yeah.
Like, and Letarte in the booth, Letarte in the booth on a fuel mileage race is like heaven.
Yeah.
Because he's going
What
to
else
give
could you
you
ask for?
everything you need to hear.
How do you guys feel about the burn bar?
I like it.
I
I
think
loved
it's
it.
cool.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
it's super cool.
I don't know how they're getting the info. I mean, I'm assuming it's an equation between throttle and how much fuel they
I think it's
they
an
have.
ish
And
for new fans.
it's
Yeah.
that's exactly what it is. It's an ish.
Yeah.
It's not an exact science. It's more
And I'm
just
perfectly fine with that because if you can rope people into the nitty gritty that we love about fuel mileage, if you can give people just a little taste of an
Yeah.
easier understanding of that, perfectly fine
absolutely.
with that.
Yeah,
I
the
agree.
only-
If you want to, I don't want to say dumb it down to make people like, well, people are dumb, but dumb it down to, digestible information.
Yeah.
Like you can go nuts with it and we'll be like, yeah, keep going versus, the
Yeah,
casual
this-
fan or the people that are just learning because of Prime or whatever. Like, what the hell are they
Yeah,
talking about?
yeah.
Keep it simple.
Yeah, this
that's
was
why I really like that
definitely that.
pre-race. Yeah, that pre-race thing that Letarte is serving beers to the
yes.
the Muppets or whatever the hell it is. Like, it's a really quick, good explanation. That's
simple.
simple.
Yeah.
It's killer. I love it. Some people are like, oh, it's cheesy and corny. I've seen on Twitter. I'm like, fuck off. It is perfect
It's
for the
cheesy and
casual
corny
fan.
to us, but the person that's watching their third race is gonna. That's
I see it for exactly what it's intended to be, and it's
Yeah.
perfect.
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 I was thinking about this last night. Have we seen a cutaway car on Prime yet?
Yeah,
Have
yeah.
we?
The
Okay.
first race.
I thought so. I couldn't remember though.
I don't
Um,
remember seeing it much since.
I
but-
did want to highlight.
I don't
too,
think they've needed to.
a complaint that I had after the Coke 600 that my father had after the Coke 600 has seemingly been remedied because I watched the race last night. I started
Mm-hmm.
at like 8 p.m. on Amazon. I have a complaint. Fast forwarding is difficult.
It is.
Yeah,
it.
Prime's.
Hate it.
That's just Prime in general.
Yes. I don't like
their user interface on their app on the TVs and stuff. Not
when
great.
I DVR the race on Xfinity and I go fast forward, I can still see what's happening as I'm fast forwarding. So I know
On
right when to,
Comcast?
yeah. So I know right when to turn it back on.
you still have cable?
I've said that 100 times.
Oh,
yeah.
Why did I think you didn't?
Nope, my dad doesn't. My dad cut the cord. Maybe that's what he's thinking.
Oh yeah.
But-
Yeah.
When I DVR'd on Xfinity and I hit the fast forward button and it's going 3x speed, I can still see what's going on. So
Yeah.
I know, oh, they're back. Hit play.
Dude.
It's good. The Amazon one, you're just kind of clicking skip 10 and nothing's happening. And you're like, multiple times yesterday, I would skip. I'd hit it, 8, 10 times, whatever. And it would come back and they're halfway through the lap. They just restarted. And I'm like, damn it. I got to back up a couple to see the restart again.
The best one,
But-
YouTube TV.
Yes.
Oh, it's so good.
But what I did want to highlight was something my dad complained about.
The cutoff.
The cutoff did not happen. I had full
Good.
post race. I had full pre race, which that was fast forwarding through that because I wasn't trying to be up till midnight watching the race, so I just fast forwarded through the pre race. That was a pain in the ass with the Amazon. But after the race, had the full post race. It wasn't cut up like, so I'm assuming that was just maybe first race confusion or something.
Yeah.
And I'm sure other people probably had the same complaint as my dad. So I did want to highlight that they seemingly fixed that, and that is awesome.
I feel like Prime is going to be the one to listen to everything people
100%.
say and make an easy, quick fix
Yep.
because they also have the infrastructure to handle it.
Yep.
You know, Amazon is obviously massive.
I'm so excited about Prime. I'm curious to see how they transfer to TNT.
That's my thing because it's a lot of the
because
same
now
group.
we're going to network, and I want to see if they, because it seems like it's going to be obviously juniors going. It
Letard.
seems like a lot of the people from Prime are going over, maybe behind the scenes. So hopefully they continue the goodness of Prime on TNT, just as a double fuck you to Fox.
Yeah.
Like, listen, all the things you guys say you're limited on because you're network TV, boom,
We
they're
did it.
doing it.
Yeah.
That's what I hope for the same exact thing.
Well, because they also have HBO Max. So it's the
Yeah.
same company. So it'll be on Max. So if, we're up against this.
Oh,
like,
with
all
the-
right,
with the
head over to
in-cars.
Max.
yeah.
The in-cars are on HBO Max.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but then I'm going to become a boomer.
The race will be as well.
I'll become a boomer and be like, I'm not subscribed.
Use mine.
Thought you got rid of that.
My dad got rid of it, and then he got rid of it. So
Wait, so you have the Max cams? Did you know that? Did you
full
know?
tilt too?
Did you know the in-car cams are on Max?
I did know that.
Did you? Okay.
And
Thought I heard that
he's
somewhere.
got the full tilt
Inside
version,
joke.
the high test,
Oh, does he?
so no ads and
Oof.
doesn't have to pay for anything.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, they didn't bamboozle him on the old sign up and then
But
charge more
Amazon
money. 'cause
is
he's already
just,
paying the
I know
most.
we've been saying it for the last 2 weeks, still killing it. All of the, I'm sorry, I think they've done it 3 weeks in a row. The helicopter shot that's over the blimp looking down on the
Oh,
track.
yeah.
Like all the stuff, the shots of around the area, I think we brought it up at the start. They did it at Charlotte where they had the drone buzzing around downtown Charlotte. I think they did it last week, the same thing in Nashville. And then Michigan, you're in the middle of nowhere. They went out to the lakes.
Yeah, they went a little nuts with the drone cam. I almost puked.
Yeah. Oh, at Charlotte?
they were
yeah.
like,
But
flying
the
around.
one
I was like, all right, guys, relax here.
But I love like that they're highlighting, like Dale was like, oh, that's such and such bar. I've been there a bunch of times. It's a great spot. You know, this place is
Yeah.
great. That I love
They're
that.
doing just such a bang up job.
And the intro still gets me. That damn revamped song with all the old clips and the new clips and the people dancing in the tailgate, which we should have been involved with.
yeah,
Should have been
Yeah,
Norm
Eric
fucking
Church in
shuffling
there.
across the screen at Pocono.
Yep.
How do we get on that for next year?
I don't know. I'd happily shuffle.
I'll shuffle with you. I'll get on your back.
truffle shuffle.
No.
Scumbag truffle shuffle.
No,
He will do
he
it. on
will. I
demand.
know he will. I know he will.
I'll go
Uh,
on screen to do it.
He just jumps in front of the camera.
Guys, we're trying to get
People have
listeners.
been like, I'm
True.
curious what Scumbag Steve looks like. Like, never mind.
Never mind.
I would rather the illusion. He is
Who are we
currently
talking
truffle
to? Oh,
shuffling.
it was W when he was up at the lake. He goes,
Yeah.
he said he didn't know what you looked like, but he's like, I can envision him. And then we showed him your Facebook, and he goes, nope, not what I thought.
Nice.
That's funny.
I thought it was a
It's
great
a good
race.
thing because you're handsome.
Yeah,
That's not what he was thinking.
I thought it was a great race. Like I said
Yeah.
in Discord last night,
100%.
I wasn't even mad that Denny won because I was so entertained by that race from start to
Bro.
finish.
I don't know what's screwed up in my head, but I was like
Lots.
rooting for Denny to pass Byron at the end of that.
You don't like Byron.
I'm
though.
so sick of Byron.
Eh.
And at the end, I was like, I'll take Denny winning right now. Like,
I was really hoping
Over
Denny was going to
Byron.
run out of gas because my race pick was in second.
I
so-
I kind of understand that. Like, also, I find myself hating Denny less as time goes
I
on.
still can't stand him.
I can't.
I'm not rooting for him overall success, but there are certain guys where I'm just like, screw it. Denny's a worthy winner today.
You've just never liked Byron.
Yeah, my hatred for Denny is no longer hatred.
No, I still hate him.
Yep, I don't.
I have many drivers
Dan,
who I no
same
longer
boat.
hate.
Yeah,
Denny's still, he's teetering.
You know what I did see last night, and I shared it in Discord that literally hit me like a ton of bricks? Did you see that reel I posted, the Kyle Busch to Piano Man?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
That, I was like, watching that, I'm like, damn, dude, I actually feel bad for Kyle Busch.
Yeah. yeah. Also, Denny wins in his 701st start.
He's-
making him one of only 10 drivers to win after their 700th
There's been,
start.
what did they say? There's been 20 that have made 700 starts, and only 10 have, yeah.
Yes.
What did Richard Petty had like 25?
22, yeah.
Kevin Harvick in second with 7.
They showed the list, and I was like, that's
That's a lot.
a lot.
Well, dude raced 6 times a week.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true.
He had
his numbers
700
don't make
starts
sense.
by the time he was 35.
Yeah, his numbers are
Yeah.
so inflated because in the 50s he would go to East Bumfuck Speedway and race against 4 people, but somehow it was a NASCAR national event.
because he was there.
yeah.
Yeah. Denny also now takes the top spot as the winningest driver in JGR history, passing Kyle Busch.
I heard that.
They were tied at 56. Now Denny is the sole winner at 57.
I mean, not surprised. He's been there his entire career. What's he, 20 years there now? Or
Yeah. Oh,
something
yeah.
like that?
Yeah,
When-
05, 06 was
something
his
like
first
that.
year.
Yeah,
Something
so
like
makes sense that
I think
he
he's
is.
still got more in the tank, too.
I
Oh,
think, yeah, absolutely. He's
For
not
sure.
showing any signs of slowing. I mean, he's said it himself many times. Once he thinks he can't win anymore, he's leaving. He's not going to be the guy farting around in 25th place. I don't see him leaving anytime soon because he's still up front every damn week.
He's
Yeah,
still
but-
in good
Yeah.
shape. He's
Mentally, I don't think he's ever going to think he can't win. He's going to be like Dale Earnhart,
True.
Yep.
Yeah.
50
It's
years
gonna-
old.
I
like,
think it's gonna
"Nah,
take-
I did this over the winter. I'm going to be good this year.
It's going to take an injury, I think, for Denny to
Or
hang it up.
or like let's say, just for whatever, for an example, he comes out next year and is running in the 20s, no shot of winning, like just running like crap.
He's going to have to get embarrassed.
Exactly. That's what it's going to take.
He's got such a big ego. He's going to have to get embarrassed.
Yep, I agree.
Or that shoulder's going to have to do something.
Yeah.
He's got a bad shoulder.
Apparently
a
his
really
wrist
bad
is.
shoulder.
He was talking about it on a show today that he hurt his wrist at Daytona, that last lap wreck at Daytona. He said it's still messed up.
Yeah.
He's like, I still can't put pressure on it.
It's old.
That's literally what he said. Well, they were talking about Bowman and it like how, and he was like, everybody recovers from stuff differently. So hopefully he's okay. And he goes, he's like, I hurt my wrist at Daytona. It still hurts because I'm old.
Yeah, but Denny also like hurts himself, and he's like, nah, I still got to play golf tomorrow.
Yeah. I'm going to go play basketball and go play my golf league. And
And
did you hear,
he's also a week overdue for the
dude,
Denny Jr.
they asked him, that was a topic on his show was what's going to happen this week. Cause Mexico's not a short flight.
No.
Like they're hoping that thing comes out by like Thursday because they're on track on Friday.
Right.
So that could get interesting. We'll see there.
Yeah. T's and P's to Denny
He'll-
and Jordan.
He also brought up, I thought this was cool and I want to find it somewhere. I think it's happening the 20th, he said. So that's the Friday of Pocono.
Yep.
Apparently him and Byron are taking part in this Fanatics like all athlete challenge. It's like 50 athletes that are Fanatic. Obviously Fanatic has NAS. They have all the big brands, all the big leagues. It's like 50 athletes and they're taking part in 8 different challenges. So it's like shooting hockey pucks into a washing machine, 3-point contests, closest to the pin in golf. They're doing all these challenges.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, okay, that could actually be kind of funny. Apparently one of
See
them is,
what I just said about the dude with an injured wrist?
yeah, one of them
I'm going
is,
to do a 50-shot hockey puck
Yeah,
challenge.
one of 'em
with
is,
an injured wrist.
one of the challenges is like a 60-second WWE walkout. There's like going to be fans there. I guess it's in like New York City.
Nice.
So they have
Corey
to like,
would win that.
it's all about like
Yeah.
props and your crowd presence. And I'm like, that's going to be so awkward.
Denny's got a shot at a lot of these things.
Yeah.
He's very good at golf. He's good at
Yeah,
basketball.
he said that he was going through them and he's like, I'm fucked in he's like, I'm screwed in the hockey one. There was another one he was screwed in, but he goes, close to the pin. Yeah, I'm okay with that one. 3-point contest, pretty confident in that one.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. He might be all right.
Byron is cooked.
Yeah.
he also brought something up that was really
Why would you
interesting.
bring like Ricky?
Yeah. Well, I don't think it was, I think Fanatics probably.
True.
But I did also, he brought up an interesting point. We talked about it, I think, off the show maybe, about the elevation at Mexico this week.
Right.
He was saying that a bunch of the drivers in the field have been staying in Aspen for the past like 2 weeks to try to get acclimated.
That's smart.
And he said a lot of them are doing like altitude training, like hyperbaric chambers, and they're staying in Aspen at elevation. That'd be interesting to see because if that's 7,500 feet, like you're going to get fatigued.
Gets a lot.
I mean, he's like,
I
they're
don't
like,
want to hear a single NASCAR driver ever fucking complain about their job again. To prepare for work, I had to stay in Aspen
Yeah.
for a month.
yeah. He said a couple of them. He
Like,
said,
oh, world's smallest violin.
yeah, he said a bunch of drivers have been staying there for like the last couple
You do
weeks.
Tahoe or something
Yeah,
like
that's
that.
smart. Yeah.
I mean, and they were like, "You doing it?" He goes, "Nah, I'm just gonna free."
Dude,
He's like, "I'm just gonna wing it." And they're like, "Do you think that could be a problem?" He goes, "We'll find out."
If you guys, anyone listening doesn't know, I live at sea level.
Carteropoly.
What?
Priest is gonna win Mexico because of how much time he spends up in the air.
Nice. The real Rocket Man. I live literally at sea level.
The sea is 20 yards from us right now.
Yeah, it is. And I exercise, 5-6 days a week, give or take. I like to think I'm a pretty healthy guy, athletic-ish.
More
I
athletic
went
than anyone
to-
else in this room.
I went to Tahoe for work a couple years ago.
Yep.
And I was like, I'm up in the morning, gonna go down to the gym at the hotel, get an exercise in, whatever. Locked. Couldn't get in there. Fuck it. I'll just go outside, go for a run. I made it like 3 fucking blocks and I wanted to die. I couldn't breathe worth a damn. It is brutal. and that was like a mile above sea level. I want to call it.
Yeah, we
Lake
did.
Tahoe is.
I felt that when
Dude,
we went
holy
to
shit.
when we went to Salt Lake, when we did Brighton. Brighton was, I'm looking it up now just to be sure, it's 8,700 feet. I was like, I'll be fine. And then you get up there and you're snowboarding all day, and you're like, I'm fucking exhausted.
What,
I think,
Utah?
yeah,
Oh yeah, I felt the same way because I went up and visited Nate. Dude, it's brutal.
I think Whistler was actually. Oh no, Whistler's actually only 2,100 feet. Yeah, Utah was. You felt it when we were snowboarding. Like that was back when we were snowboarding 40 days a year. So like we were in good riding shape. And you get out there and it's like, holy shit, I'm exhausted.
Yeah.
You know, it's crazy how it works.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna die in Denver.
Yep, probably.
Yeah, most likely.
Yeah.
Yep.
Those lungs are used and abused.
Yeah,
Well, you're in
very
pretty
abused.
good shape.
I mean, if you
He's
consider
a-
round a shape,
He's a shape. He's a shape.
It's a shape.
the backside of a spoon. But sorry.
I'm stealing that, by the way, because same.
That's really good. But
can
that's
lay-
pretty much all I got.
Lay Steve face down on the ground and fill his back up with water. Maybe just water
just giving him back shots over there.
for $100 grand.
Body shots.
Just like
Dude,
the,
100
just like the
grand is
reel,
100 grand,
just like
dog.
the reel you sent me the other day. Oh,
Carter
Jesus
Ropley in the chat.
Christ.
It's crazy that Kyle landed on Plymouth Rock 405 years ago, and he's made it 20 feet inland.
20 feet is a gross overestimation.
Yeah, 20 feet. Well, technically, my property line is
The sea
underwater
is the sea.
when it's high tide. So yeah, 0, I guess.
Yeah,
But that's
Kyle's
all I got
just,
for
Kyle's just
race
close,
reviews.
close to the sea for when the homeland calls him back home.
Yeah, dude, I'm always
He's
ready.
got to stay over here so he can put his lanterns up.
Yeah. Twice if by sea.
Can't stray from the rock. It's how he stays young.
That's
Every time he's feeling a little old, he goes and touches
My
Plymouth
fountain
Rock.
of
and-
youth.
What is he, a leprechaun?
What?
It's part of the lore.
Okay.
They were English, not Irish.
Yeah, but that's part of leprechaun lore. Is they need to stay close to the
We'll
homeland.
ask
to
Ronan last
stay-
week.
Uh,
We'll
to
ask
stay alive.
We'll ask Ronan next week.
Yeah,
I don't know.
we'll ask
It's
that
been
guy.
a long time since I've seen the Disney original movie Luck of the Irish. Okay, I don't remember the lore.
Fair. Cool. Anyone in the chat want to ask any questions? Fire at will, but we will pull up the old internet questions and have some fun.
Who's Will and why are we shooting him?
No, you're shooting at him. Okay. Difference. All right.
Well, it depends which gun I'm using. I won't
If it's
hit
the
him
pistol,
if it's
you'll
the
be
pistol.
fine. Yeah, he'll be good
Yeah.
to go.
I'll silhouette that boy.
Speak of the devil, we will start with the Instagram all the way at the bottom with Mr. Ronan _H21. 1 week, boys.
I'm so excited. I love Ronan.
can't wait.
He makes Pocono. Pocono is already the greatest week of the year. He makes it that much better.
Was that
100%.
that wasn't a question? It was just a statement.
I did say questions / comments.
Yeah, this
So,
is reserved for questions. Put a question mark after
zip
that.
it.
1 week, boys.
Oh, he also says get the Irish orders in. Squashes.
Squashies.
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 Dude, what was the other one that you brought last time that was like squashy-esque?
I don't
But
remember.
it was killer.
I do not.
It was
remember.
another like gummy type candy thing that it was. Oh man.
That boy's gonna be coming over with a carry-on.
Oh,
full
bring
of
Mars
squashies.
bars. We don't get Mars bars.
Yes, we. Oh, I actually found a place we can get them. Home. I
Where-
have them at the
Is
house.
it like an Irish place?
No, it's
International
it's
candies.
World Market. Apparently, it's owned by like TJ Maxx, but they just opened one in my town, and they're stocked on Mars bars all the time.
Yeah.
It's great.
Just saying. Never tried squashies yet, so I'd like to try.
Oh, you haven't had them yet?
one? No, because you guys had like limited ones, and even though he shipped them with me from Daytona back, I never opened them and
True.
ate them.
That's right, you did.
True.
You should have got high on
yeah,
the
The
100%.
supply,
the
but
fat kid
100%.
didn't eat them.
We'll bring some back.
Pretty impressed.
bring Steve an entire bag for himself.
That'd be cool.
I'll eat it. Steve, this
Yeah.
bag's for you. The bag is for you. The contents are gone, but
Smells
Steve, to
delicious.
be honest, I'm not as honorable as you are.
Yeah.
I ate them.
What kind of bag?
well,
Not the bags we used to get.
damn.
All right, Sniffany, relax. All right, L98 Jake. All right, Kyle. What's on the menu for next week's Mexico City race? I'm going to do the Big Mac tacos.
There you go.
Didn't I make those at Pocono last year?
Yeah.
Ish.
In Mexican night, I think we did that. Yeah, when we had our.
I did the smash patties.
We had
with
taco
the
night.
Mac,
Yeah, you
the
did do
Max
that.
House.
Yeah.
Yeah, that wasn't Mexican night though. I think
No,
that
that
was
was a different night.
You're right. That was a
Yeah,
different.
we
night.
did.
I
So
still
yeah,
have that sensual
I
video.
demanded Kyle make them because he like mentioned it like
Yes.
Thursday,
yeah.
Yep.
and then like we kept getting around to it, and we were like, "No, we'll just do this. We'll just do this." And I was like,
What are these Big Mac tacos?
He
I
was
want
so
to try
mad.
them.
He was like, I remember talking about it in the afternoon.
They came
You
out
weren't
pretty
there,
good,
and he was
right?
like, Kyle said
Oh, they
something
were
about Big
bomb.
Mac tacos, and I want them.
Yeah, he like mentioned them like in passing Thursday. Like, yeah, I'm gonna make those. I love making them. Like, cool. I can't wait
You
to
got
try
him
this.
all
This is gonna be
riled
super
up.
good.
Yeah.
And like throughout the entire week, and Kyle's like, nah, let's just do like dogs and do this or do that. And I was like, but you kept saying this.
I literally
thing.
made him just for you.
Yeah,
because
you,
you kept
uh,
asking.
saying it, and I was like, I want
Did
to
you
try
decide you bringing your Blackstone too? We gonna go dual wield him or?
If Norm doesn't bring 18 hockey bags worth of clothes, then yes. I
Oh,
will.
true.
I own one bag. It's the only bag I own.
You could put scumbag in it.
Yeah, happily.
My wife will probably be excited about that too.
But you have to ride the whole way there in the bag. Sorry, that's the rules. They
no,
also
we'll
do
make it
check
work.
our bags. Oh no, did we get? Oh, that was the X-ray machine last year. Remember we have to drive through the fucking scanner after we get our tickets,
Oh, yeah.
and then you
yeah.
drive through that like mobile. It's like a big arm, and it X-rays you as
yes,
you go
to
through.
make sure people like me aren't in the bed of the truck.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, so I'm going to make those for next weekend. Sand Valley 95 has a couple. How did it look on TV? In person, it was a great race. You could really see the runs they could make.
Looked phenomenal on TV.
Oh, it looked great.
Killer. All right, Sand Valley 95. Again, merch was good, but a bummer. A quarter of the gypsy tents were not in Michigan.
Oh no,
That is a pretty far trip for
It
the
is.
gypsy
Yeah.
tents to go. You got to keep in mind they're selling stuff for it's cheap,
pennies on the dollar.
cheap stuff. So yeah, I'm sure you wouldn't.
Oh
get
my
as
God,
much
we're
of
a week and a
turnout.
half away from gypsy tents.
Dude, I can't wait for
Oh.
gypsy tents.
Yeah, I'll expect my text messages like normal.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, every year.
Yep.
And I think every year I buy you something.
Yep.
Oh, I forgot all. I meant to forget about
I
it.
usually
but
try to like scan it, and I'm like, he would want this.
Yeah,
Yep,
that's what we do.
exactly What
Yeah.
you do. Yeah.
I got you, dog.
I know. I appreciate you.
Appreciate you. So yeah, gypsy tents probably not going to be that far up. Might be a lot in Mexico. Who knows? Not gonna lie, there's a real sadness that comes over you leaving the track after the race.
Yep.
Oh, dude, it sucks. You know what the worst is? Is Monday leaving Pocono.
It's the worst.
It sets in Sunday night.
For me, it was not last year because we went to the track so many damn times, and I knew we were probably doing the Roval, so I knew we had one more. But the first year we went to Pocono, actually, yeah, the first 3 years we went to Pocono, it's sitting on the top of the camper watching the hauler parade and knowing that's it. We're
Oh,
done.
it
We're done for
sucks.
the year. At least this year we have Loudon to look forward to afterwards, so it
Yeah.
won't be as bad. But me and Kyle have shared at least 3 or 4 years of sitting on top of the camper with a beer, watching the haulers going, fuck.
Yep.
We're done. Like, unless something weird happens and we end up going to another race, but you just know that that's the last.
Yeah.
And just leaving Pocono in general, that whole weekend, we've talked about it. You're in the bubble. That's all you're doing all weekend. Nothing else matters. You're not thinking about work. You're until like Sunday night. It is the epitome of the Sunday scaries.
Oh yeah,
It
it
is
is
like-
the worst Sunday
It is
scaries of all
that
time.
feeling that you get every Sunday at like 7 p.m. when you're like, damn it, I got to go to work tomorrow. Amplify that by 100 million when you're at Pocono on Sunday night.
Big time. All right, Preston 4858. Huge shouts to Carteropoli for the live tweets during the race yesterday. It was awesome.
Yeah, so for those that don't know, our own Michael Carteropoli is now our Twitter admin,
Yes.
and he killed it. He is doing his whatever kind of witchcraft he does with social media. It's working, kind of. I mean,
It's our boy.
so we gave him the keys. Hopefully he doesn't screw it up.
Yeah.
First day on the job, though, killed it.
I was watching him very tightly.
Yep.
But for a couple hours before I even texted him, and I just sent the ridiculous group chat with all
Yes.
the crazies in it.
Yeah.
It's the best group chat ever. I have so much fun. I just watch them most of the time. So
It's
I just-
a little terrarium. You're just like, my aunts.
and I just type Michael ... and just sent that. And he goes, "Oh no!" And like 8 texts go off. I think it was Pepper, Dodger, Joe. Was like, "You're in trouble. Oh, you're fucked. Dad's here. You're screwed. You're in trouble. You're gonna die." And I was like, "Fucking killer job,
Yeah.
dude. Absolutely
yeah.
killer job."
We needed somebody like I've been doing the Twitter for a couple years now, but the problem is, especially this time of year, like we're busy, and when we should be doing the most of it is during the race, and I'm usually watching it later. So having somebody,
I'm also
that's-
like paying attention to
Yeah,
everything.
that's-
So because like I'm constantly prepping for this.
Yeah.
You know.
I'm paying attention so I know what we're gonna talk about. Like
Right.
I'm not passively watching it. Like I'm trying to watch it or listen to it if I'm in the car or whatever. That way I can know I don't come here on Monday and be like,
I sit and I absorb as much as I
Yeah.
possibly can. And obviously we prep for a 3-hour live show at all
Yeah,
times.
and
so.
Mike killed it too. Like it wasn't just live tweeting.
He's
Like
so
I
damn
saw,
good at it.
I saw he did a thing they were talking about. I think it was the elevation, and he went through. He made a fucking chart of the elevation of of a bunch of tracks. Like,
Yeah.
I wasn't doing that. So good on him.
he's fast.
He's
and
quick with it. Yeah,
smart.
So I think that's going to really
That's
help
enough
us.
complimenting Mike.
Yeah, this hurts
Yeah,
actually.
love you.
totally worth the one get out of jail free card we gave him for the Discord.
Yeah.
Used at his discretion.
Yeah, his
So-
we did not give him that. His chain is about 1 link long though. So
I
just,
was exhausted.
did you need a cigarette after?
No, he killed it.
Yeah.
I know Kyle had the what is that?
Our
The
analytics.
or whatever.
was
like
nuts. It was nuts. Like the engagement yesterday
engagement
was through the
toward-
fucking
I
roof.
saw every post was over like 300 people.
Yeah.
Which I mean isn't a lot in like the grand scheme of things, but it's better than we've been doing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like we'll get like most tweets throughout the week will be like 114 people.
Every now and then
160
we'd
people.
have something that would hit, but it wasn't.
And
yeah.
I saw multiple, and it was just the random ones. Like, oh, caution out, lap 98, John Hunter Nemechek's on the wall. 300 people saw it.
Yep.
So it's like little stuff like that. So it is
Yeah.
a big help.
Yeah.
I mean, Kyle showed the analysis of it, and it skyrocketed. So
Yeah.
super cool.
Yeah, literally.
Shows how much and how important it is to just stay in it
Yep.
Yeah.
Which is hard for
and
us
just be
because
connected and active. And
we do this. This is our second job that doesn't pay us anything. So it's hard to.
And I put a lot of time.
Yep. I know you do.
Yeah.
We all do. I mean, we
was
spend a
gonna
lot
say-
right,
of time
it's just one
committing
of
to
those
it.
things. It's like he's just on the outside of it.
Yep.
So like if Dale Jr., DBC, or somebody's like, "Hey, could you tweet for us?"
Yep.
Any one of us would be like, "Hell yeah, that'd be fun," because we're not thinking about it all day long. We're not spending hours a week working on it. We're not dreading getting in the car and driving there. So it's like, oh, this is fun to be attached to this.
Now-
Well, it's like Kyle said.
Tweet.
Yeah.
Kyle
And
said
when
it
you
perfectly.
can when you can focus on the live action and staying on top of it, that's way better.
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah,
you
well,
can just focus on one.
It's
one
like
avenue.
Kyle said. I think when we were talking to the group in Discord about it, all these big shows, the hosts of DBC, they show up on Monday, they record the show, they're on with their lives. They have an army of interns making clips, tweeting,
Yeah.
doing all the stuff. And now, so for us, it's like we come
Prepping
here,
the show,
we come
giving
here,
them
we,
the notes.
yeah, we come here, we do the show, and we were doing all that stuff. Like we know we've talked about how making like short clips and reels, we need to do more of that. That's expecting Kyle to do that because he's the only one who knows how to do it.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
I'll learn.
Yeah, I'm going to try to learn, but we'll figure it out. But it's when you have somebody else that's able to just do that for you.
It just goes back to the old classic saying of it takes an army.
Yes,
you know?
100%.
Right. And it's also just
An
being
unpaid army.
just being detached enough.
I'm the
It's like-
worst.
If any one of us three makes a clip, and maybe even Steve included, we're gonna be like, oh well, I didn't really agree with what Kyle said on that, so I'm gonna show my opinion more on that because I think that's the more important one or something. There's always gonna be like an internal bias, so that's why shows have producers and editors and stuff like that. It's because they don't have any bias. They're just looking at it like
Yep.
the best quality thing I'm gonna show,
Yeah.
and so there's no like accidental.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I hate
sway
all
in
you
it.
guys equally, so it's perfectly fine.
Yeah,
It works
exactly.
out
You
well.
like
Yeah.
Kyle the most, and we know it.
The best thing
I
about
don't think I paid
making
notifications.
making clips from our stream is just like it's already out there.
Yep.
You know, you're just taking a section of it and you're just trying to tease people and make them watch it a little bit.
Yeah, like,
So
oh, what happened
uh,
next?
yeah, exactly. So, put a bow on it, Mike. I love you.
That's enough.
Yeah, you killed it.
All right. Preston also says we need a moment of silence for the poor squirrel.
Oh, yeah, we didn't bring that up. Ty Dillon murked a squirrel on pit road.
Yeah, he got
Did
on
you
the
hear the-
radio.
did you
Did
hear the
I hit
radio?
a squirrel? Sure did.
The radio was so good because it went on for that whole like pace lapse. They were
Yeah.
just talking
He's
about
like,
it.
we're doing it for the squirrel
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
I do respect him for not like bringing it up during the pit crew because obviously everyone has headsets on and
Yeah.
shit like that. So it's like, all right, finish the pit crew. All right,
He made it
finish
all the
pit
way off
stop.
pit road.
They're counting my lines. They're telling me dots. Paying attention. As soon as he cleared the line, he's like, "Did I hit a squirrel?" They're like, "Yeah, this thing's cooked.
yeah, sure
it's
did.
smoked."
R.I.P. Downriver Diecast with the last four. I know we got some in the chat
There's
as well.
one in there, and there's a couple in Discord too.
Yep. Yeah. Well, multi-parter. Would you move Michigan? Oh, sorry. It's Downriver Diecast. I said that. Would you move Michigan to the playoffs?
It would have to be early in the. Well,
I think it'd make a great playoff
I think it'd
race.
make a great playoff
I mean,
race. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
100%.
It'd be a good cutoff race too, though.
I'm sorry. I love it. But it'd probably be better than New Hampshire.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Get out.
Yeah, but Michigan's one of
sorry.
those places that I feel like you can run Michigan in the heat of the summer because you're not going to kill people. Where it's
True.
not going to be
Although
as
it was
vicious.
apparently pretty hot there. We had a couple of
It
listeners
gets
there.
really hot there.
TJ Pullen was there this week, and they actually drove out from New Hampshire with his truck camper, which good on them because
Hell yeah.
that's a hike.
That's a while.
Dude,
Um,
screw that, but I'm
so
sure that was
he-
fun.
He was saying, I think on Saturday they got the wildfire smoke worse than we've had it.
Oh yeah.
He
I
said
bet.
it was like he was coughing. It was kind of hard to breathe, but it got hot there Saturday afternoon, and then Sunday they said was even hotter. It was in the 80s there, and I think it was pretty hazy and sticky
Damn.
too. So
Yeah.
I got a funny feeling that
Michigan's camping is
as
unbelievable.
much as you want to say that it's probably cooler, I feel like they're probably a very similar climate to us
Yeah.
weather-wise. Like where, yes, it gets cold and miserable in the winter, but then the summers it's like wet and it's humid and hot.
Yeah, they
and
might just be like a
hazy
touch
moist.
more severe than us.
maybe
damp,
moist.
hot and damp. That's how I'm ready to be next weekend, baby. Just hot and damp.
2 weekends.
Damn it.
Well, it's not this weekend; it's next weekend.
I don't
He was
want
right.
it. I don't want to be hot and damp. I want it
Yeah.
to be 75 and
I want to be.
breezy.
I want to be hot and thick.
Kyle's only happy at Pocono if his shirt's off. So if it's below like 70, he's going to be in trouble. I'll be happy.
I'll be so upset.
I'll be happy. That's the weather I was designed
If it's
for.
if it starts with a 7,
Yeah.
and the sun's out, tarps
yeah,
off.
yeah, tarps off.
Yeah, if it's in the low 7s, no sun, probably gonna be a half a tarp.
But that's fine. That is what I was built for.
Yeah,
That's the weather. That's the
I
weather.
got
This guy.
I got big new back tatty. I got to show off, dog.
Oh Jesus Christ! I forgot about that.
I didn't lay there for 7 hours to
I'm
put
so
my
excited.
shirt on.
So excited for that to be in all my videos from the camper. Every year, because I'll start over here and I'll scroll as the cars are going by. I have like a bunch of them of you and Ronan standing there with no shirts on as I go by.
Yeah, no, we have a lot of back tat
Yep.
show off. I wish I finished the color.
You'll be fine. No one will notice.
You have time.
Go right now.
No, I'm not doing it now.
Do it on Wednesday before we leave.
Yeah,
Oh,
and then
what
put
are
that
you,
in
a
the sun.
bitch?
No, just no. I'm thinking about you driving all the way down there with.
Oh, that part's not bad. It's just the sun.
Oh, okay.
When the sun touches fresh ink, burns.
Bro,
It
I know that.
burns.
I know that feeling,
so
bro.
bad.
Ain't that the truth?
Ain't that the truth?
Losers.
Virgin skin,
Downriver
baby.
Diecast also said Michigan camping looks top tier. It is.
I
We've
would
talked
like-
about it quite a few times.
TJ, if you're listening to this, come in Discord. Tell us how it was because I want to go. Shouts to him too. Flagpole, only us on it.
Hell yeah.
I think he had American flag too, but that's okay.
It's necessary.
It's necessary.
Downriver Diecast also thinks, do you think NASCAR would do good if it went back to Japan?
I'd love to see it
I think so.
because that was fun. I mean, that was fun back then because you had all like the.
I
I
think
look
we
back-
need a pretty, like we're riding a wave of upward momentum right now. I think we need to get it quite a ways up for them to consider
Yeah,
that
they
type
keep-
of investment.
You know what?
'cause
I'd
getting the cars
keep
over there is a
talking about-
lot
I would
of money.
love
They
to hear
keep-
the teams talk about going to Japan.
They keep talking about going to Brazil. I know. Did Phelps have a comment about Brazil? It's like, buddy, can we just get the home base? You went to Japan when your sport was at its fucking tippity top peak.
Yeah.
You're
when,
about
that's
here.
when Senior was printing $10 million
Yeah.
a day in merch
Yeah.
sales.
You
know?
need to get shit right here, which we're on an upward trajectory or a somewhat good trajectory. Worry about that.
Yeah.
I think dipping your toe in international with Mexico City is the safest option. Perfect. That works out well for everybody.
Yeah.
Maybe dip it the other direction, go to like
Canada.
And then in a couple of years, we'll see where we fucking are.
Yeah. So long-winded way for me to say no, in my opinion.
Yeah,
Not-
I don't,
not
for now.
Now.
I don't see the need to really leave North America.
I agree.
Like obviously Mexico, Central America, but it's right there.
Yeah.
So
Right.
I
I'm,
think
I'm
you're
okay
doing
with that.
I think you're doing okay with your NASCAR Euro series. And,
Because you
know,
can't, like, if you go, what's the point to go to Japan?
Yeah.
To draw in a new audience that can't watch the race every week?
True.
They can watch they can watch 5 of them on Prime.
Yeah, you're not F1.
That's it. Like, we're not there yet.
Bro,
well,
we're
There's
gonna go
no
ra-
way for people to watch
Well,
it.
I mean, Ronan watches them.
We're gonna go race
They-
in
there's-
China,
there's
and they're gonna stream it on
streams and-
TikTok.
Yeah, but it's not like you're
You're not going to flip
you're
the
not going
TV
to
on.
invest $50 million to go to Japan
It's
and get
also-
$50 million back.
It's probably also in the middle of the night.
Plus,
gonna
that
happen.
track is unraceable.
Oh, Twin Rig, Motegi.
Yeah,
Yep.
that track's totally unraceable.
Well, there's other tracks there,
it was ruined by an earthquake,
allegedly.
unless you look at it,
Yeah, it looks fine.
and it's perfectly fine.
That's weird.
Yeah, that's a big thing.
John, Norm knows
why
this.
is that a thing?
Apparently, John Boris, who's in the chat, will probably know more about it. They're saying that the track is unraceable. It got damaged in an earthquake, but then if you look at Google Maps, it looks fine. And you're like,
So why would they do that?
I don't know. John,
they,
help.
They claimed that it was destroyed. Turns was 1 and 2 were gone. they claimed like they collapsed because of an earthquake. And if you look at the track, there's people that have been to the track and it's completely fine.
John, no, Norm does not know that Central America is in North America.
Yeah, but it has a different name.
It doesn't, but there's only north and south. But anyways,
Then why is it called Central America?
Anyway, has anyone seen what the Mexico trophy looks like? What trophy would you bring back? I have not seen the trophy for
I haven't.
Mexico yet, and trophy to bring back.
The Winston Cup.
The giant bear that Tony
I
Stewart
don't
won.
like the Winston Cup.
What?
I don't like it. Like the wood, the 3-tier wood thing. Is that what you're talking about? Like the classic 3-tier.
What can I hit him with?
I don't.
Literally anything.
You don't like that? That's the greatest
I
trophy
don't.
ever.
I don't. I know.
It looks
It's
better than
sacrilegious.
98% of the trophies that we have now.
Yeah, that's the greatest
I
trophy
like
ever.
it. I like it because it looks like a trophy. I like things that actually look like like the Bowman Gray trophy was sick
I
because it looked like a trophy.
I have lost so much
I
respect for
just
you.
don't particularly like the weird dark, like the dark wood square.
No.
Looks like it has.
You can keep
wood
trying.
walls,
You can
not my
keep
thing.
trying. No, I've lost
Yeah.
respect for you.
That's fine.
To Baconator, boo this man. I am booing him.
Don't love it. Not my favorite. Fight me.
I'm gonna.
Go ahead.
Climb
my
you-
opinion,
climb
and
you
I'm
like
allowed
a
to have one.
spider monkey. That's not,
Um,
not the wrong one.
What trophies? I don't know what trophies have left.
Yeah, that's
that
the
were
thing.
great.
That's
Dude, whatever
I agree.
that was it.
The
Bristol?
Charlotte is the Charlotte one that weird like just
It's like
straight
a
sheet
yeah,
metal
it's like
thing.
it looks like the top. It kind of looks like a piston.
Yeah,
and then
that,
it just
that
kinda-
one I don't like.
It's
that.
a weird one. Remember the Loudon one? When
Not
it
as
was
weird as the
No,
the
that,
weird
the All Star Trophy, the moonshine.
the mood.
thing.
That's where I was trying to go.
That
That
was
one was a
that's
little much.
terrible.
That was a little much. I missed the Lennox 301 when it was the giant Sawzall blade.
That was cool. That one was really cool. I mean, I like what
Oh,
they
here we
do at
go.
New Hampshire when
lobster,
they gild up the lobster.
Yeah,
SpongeBob.
They
the
turn
SpongeBob
the
trophy.
lobster into a bust. You know,
yeah.
that's
Yeah,
badass.
like the problem is like a lot of the new trophies now are just like a piece of aluminum.
What the hell was
chrome
that
plated.
race?
I can't see what you're
Cobalt
looking at.
400.
It's a giant wrench.
That's dope. Nothing beats the giant cooler full of meat.
Oh, the where's the beef 200?
Bro, where's
Yep.
the belt from?
Oh, yo, scroll down. It usually is in the caption.
It's got to be something Nashville, maybe.
Mm,
Oh, Crown Royal, is that a Crown
maybe
Royal thing?
Vegas. It's an SMI track. I see the SMI logo. Yo, that cactus.
The
track,
old,
Cactus,
the old
that's a-
cactus
that's a
one
cool
was
ass
sick.
trophy.
I remember
Bring
that,
that back.
one.
the clock.
The clock's not really a trophy though.
The
it's a
Texas
prize.
guns ruled.
Yep.
Although Kyle Busch can't win those in Mexico.
Miles is cool
Yep.
because they put the die cast in his hand. Yeah,
The wine at Sonoma's.
don't like it.
I love that.
Oh, the whole thing is cool.
The whole trophy's
Like
actually with the barrels.
trophy
and
on the right, plus you get a giant wine glass with a tire on it.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that's a cool trophy.
the guitar is awesome.
The chalice is what I didn't really care for.
Look
No,
up
the whole
Steve,
trophy's
Look
sick.
up Tony Stewart Bear Trophy.
Yeah, that's from the Bass Pro Night
yeah,
Race,
the Bass
wasn't it?
Pro
Yeah.
one. Yeah. So yeah, there's some hitters.
Ed
Yeah.
Cash, the golden ice cream from the
Oh,
Andy's
100%.
Cust- That's my favorite one.
That's a good one. The giant golden ice cream.
No, I like Pocono with the bald eagles.
Pocono's is, and I love
yeah.
we've talked about it here before. The best part about Pocono is that every trophy's the same for all the races all weekend. They just get progressively bigger.
I like
Like the
the
Arca one
granite
was like
slabs
the-
were cool.
Huh?
The New Hampshire shaped granite
Yes.
slabs.
Yeah.
Those were sick.
Look at that fucking
Did
majestic.
he get to keep this?
Yes, it was in the house that looked like Bass Pro.
Yeah, this is the best trophy of all time.
It's a 7 foot, or it's actually longer than that. That's an 8 foot tall bear statue that says
On
Bass
top of
Pro.
a 4-foot podium.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at that fucking thing.
How does
It's-
it get into the house?
That's a goddamn. You build the house around
Dude,
that
the-
thing. You win that race, you build a new
Steve,
house.
bring that back over here.
8 feet tall, 300 pounds.
Bring that back over here, and I need you to scroll down. The podium is almost the height of Tony Stewart.
yeah, it's an 8-foot bear on a 4-foot podium.
Yeah.
So that is easily 12 feet tall.
The video of Clint, like, I don't know how we're getting this thing home. We're going to have to strap it to the roof of the car. Tony, yeah, my car would break.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. So yeah, there's a lot of cool ones out there. So
All right. There was a couple in.
Carteropoli, did you see the manufacturers? Well, we're on the same thing. Manufacturers trophy, you get at Michigan. Yeah, that's the manufacturers trophy.
Joe Soul had a response to your question you said last week where you said Blaney fans, the new Chase fans. In all caps, he said, "Excuse me, do not categorize me with those smooth brains."
Yeah, that's fair. They're getting real annoying with the
all
toaster
the-
talk, though.
Die-hard fan bases.
Yeah,
are the
it's
same.
so bad. Got a couple from Spinelli who had the tism this week. If you could choose any NASCAR driver in history to have a do-over on their career, who would it be?
can I change the situations?
Probably.
Junior.
Yeah, I was thinking Junior.
Carl Edwards.
Ooh. I don't want a do-over for Carl's. I just want
Carl
it to
never
continue.
really had like bad years. He
Carl
just
didn't
had,
have a bad anything.
He just had bad luck in
He
like
got
the last
screwed.
race multiple
Yeah.
times.
I want Junior to do over for obvious. We've talked about it
Yeah.
before. I feel like he would be a lot more successful had obviously his father not passed away.
Yep.
I feel like given the opportunity, he would have had a better career. Not that he had a bad one,
like,
but I think he would have
imagine,
been more successful.
In 2001, he just goes to HMS then. Like how successful he would have been,
Yep.
kind of thing.
I was thinking kind of along the lines of guys that were really good that injuries kind of derailed them, like Steve Park, Ricky Craven.
Yeah.
Kind of like, what if Steve Park never got all those concussions?
Yep.
Ricky Craven had that nasty wreck at Talladega. I mean, I still remember when he came back. I was there at Loudon on a Friday for his first race back after he was injured on that one, and he won the pole. That place went nuts.
Travis Pastrana.
Yeah.
I feel like he could have done something.
He just, I was talking about this with Cletus because people were like, "Oh, Cletus, will he do?
You were talking
do
with him?
trucks?"
No shit.
Yeah.
You
Well,
guys are
the-
boys now?
No, talking about it.
You said you were talking with Cletus.
No, about it with Cletus, like involving Cletus. And I was like, Cletus is like Pastrana. Like
Yeah.
he's amazing in everything he gets in. Like Cletus is extremely
Oh,
talented driver.
you brought that up because he like, did he win that jet boat race?
Yeah.
Or
and
like,
I'm like, Cletus is like Pastrana. He's amazing and anything he gets in the first time he drives it, he'll be great at it. But NASCAR just takes that 24/7 dedication, like we
Yeah.
talked about with
Which
Haley
they don't
Deegan.
have. Yeah.
yeah,
Haley Deegan was just so busy doing everything.
YouTube channels.
And like
yeah.
it's like if you need to solely focus on NASCAR.
Right.
And that's why NASCAR drivers aren't doing crazy shit like that. They need to focus on that.
Yep.
Yeah,
And
Cletus
these
doesn't
guys,
have the
Travis
bandwidth.
Pastrana, Cletus McFarland, Haley, we'll throw her in that list because she went out and did a bunch of other racing while doing
Yeah.
it. You need to. This can be the only thing you do.
Yeah.
Then
They don't
cut- and
have
then-
or want the bandwidth. They have so many other avenues for revenue streams, and they're being pulled in so many different directions because everyone wants their attention that they don't have the time.
And Travis
or
tried
whatever.
because he did it a couple times and went like, I've won in everything I've gotten in. I should be able to win in this. And he got his shit kicked in. So he's like, I'm going to focus on this. And then he did a couple years in K&N and
Yeah.
tried Xfinity. Like he dedicated time.
Yeah.
I just don't know if he dedicated his off-track time as much as his
Yeah.
on-track.
Did Blaney give his curse to Bowman? No, because they both sucked. They both
They're
crashed
both
yesterday.
awful.
Pepper.
Pep.
What is the all-time best name in NASCAR?
Dick Trickle.
Dick Trickle.
Yep.
I mean, come on.
I saw this question. I was like,
Lake
what other
Speed.
What other?
Lake Speed is a great name.
Lawless Allen's actually a pretty good name.
Lawless
sounds
Allen's
pretty good.
solid.
Yeah. I don't know why Caden Honeycutt always makes me laugh.
That's a fun.
I mean,
one.
I think a ham.
Scott Speed is a great racing name.
Scott Speed.
He sucks as a person. I can't stand Scott Speed.
Any other
but-
good ones?
Great racing name. Rowdy
Buddy Baker.
Buddy Baker.
Buddy Baker,
Rowdy Burns.
Fireball Roberts,
Fireball
Red
Roberts.
Baron. The nicknames back in the day were
Red
just so
Farmer.
good.
Red Farmer. Red Baron.
Red. Was it, what,
Wasn't there
Snoopy?
just-
That's a
talking about
bi-
Snoopy?
That's a guy in a biplane.
Yeah, dude.
That's a dog in a biplane, actually.
And then Spinelli's got one more. I'm going to cut it down. Is Alan
Why?
Gustafson the problem?
Oh no.
Well, he's saying, said sorry for so many questions this week, but this one is for the Chase fans that are calling for Alan's head on Twitter,
No.
the same way Eagles fans
No.
want their coach
I
fired.
just want to know, where is there a problem?
That's what I mean.
Dude's fifth in points. He led a bunch of laps this weekend. He just got screwed in pit strategy.
He's not winning races.
like everybody else on his team. Like that, the 24 and the 5 both did like crazy pit strategies, and it barely worked for the 5. The 9 just did a pit strategy. I mean, the 9 got a penalty and somehow got it reversed before they went green. Don't ever see that happen.
His average start is 15.6. His average finish is 11.7. He's fine.
He's doing fine.
Yeah, he's been in the top 5 in points the entire season.
Only driver of the season again to be top 20. every
Because I
single
saw
race.
other people
Yeah.
saying, and I think the padded room were talking about it, like, oh, if there was truly a problem, they could swap the crew chiefs on the 9 and the 48. Like,
There's no point.
in today's day and age, I don't think crew chief swaps work like they used to.
No.
Because back in the day, like DEI, they swap crew chiefs. Well, Tony Uri Sr. is taking all of his binders over the 15 car and vice versa. I forget who was crew chiefing. Was it Zipadelli for Michael Walter
Zippy.
back then?
No, that was Tony's crew chief.
Who was Mikey's?
Slugger?
Slugger
No.
Labby. and they just swapped crew chiefs.
I don't think Slugger was a part of the swap.
Doesn't matter.
Who
Whatever.
was-
Go on.
Either way, but back then I think it would transfer with the
Excuse
crew chief more than it would now. Now it's all about relationship.
Right.
Is that crew chief, and they talk about it with
Steve Meal.
Steve Meal. Wow, I would not have guessed that.
Yep.
Like Denny, they talked about him and Chris Gale, and how like that was like it's surprising that they found success so quickly after starting together.
Yeah.
The 54 swap crew chiefs, and they're still trying to learn each other this
Yeah.
late in the season. Crew chiefs and drivers, the crew chiefs no longer need to set up the cars to be fast. They need to set up for the driver to be fast in that car. Like I think it's more about the crew chiefs understanding the drivers than the crew chiefs understanding the cars these days. So a crew chief swap midway in the season, I think hurts both teams.
Yep. Agree.
All right, that's it for the old Discord. We have one in the YouTube that I saw from Racing Mom, our friend Lindsay.
What up?
Do you talk NASCAR/racing with your wives?
She has no choice.
Yep.
I mean, mine grew up a NASCAR fan. She says one of her earliest memories was sitting on the couch with her dad watching NASCAR, maybe taking a sip of his beer.
Nice. Yeah. No, my wife definitely watches a decent amount with me. Like, doesn't
Yeah.
watch every time. You know, she's got other hobbies and plants to feed and all that other stuff that she likes to do, but she enjoys it. I mean, she's a Larson fan and she wears the merch and she
That was the second half of that
got
question.
a bunch of merch now.
Second half of that
Yeah.
question is, if so, do they have a favorite driver? So
Yeah,
you've got
his
Larson.
first name's Kyle, so she obviously is going to like him the most.
She's got a Kyle thing.
Yeah,
Steve?
my wife does have a Kyle.
As
which
the
is
other
funny.
married.
Yeah. So
Oh, dude, she's a big fan.
yeah, now she is. Before originally she was never really a NASCAR fan. No one didn't grow up with it or anything like that. But obviously with me watching it all the time, hanging out with you guys, going to the track and everything.
And she saw Ryan Blaney take that helmet off
Yeah.
one time,
And
and,
then
she
she
was
saw
like,
Ryan
"I'm a
Blaney.
fan."
Same,
Yeah.
to be honest.
She saw Ryan Blaney. She's like, "Damn!" I'm like, "Yeah, I know, hot as shit, right? That could be your driver." I'm like, I think Norm held the porta potty door open
No,
for
that
him
was
or
me.
something. Oh,
That was me.
Dan
No,
did.
I said, "What up, YRB?"
And then I said,
And he's
"Hey."
like, "Hey, man," and Dan's like, "I'll hold the door."
Oh, to held the door open. He went in the same porta potty as me. That was fun.
yeah.
And Ryan Blaney's like, "Can you close
Norm
the door?"
held it
Dan's like,
down.
I
Dan
tried
held
to
the
hold the
door.
door open.
Just leave
Yeah.
it open, man. It gets stuck. I'm gonna hold it open
I'm gonna
for
hold
you.
it for you. It's cool.
You
Just
held it
watch
down. You held the door. I held his wiener.
I heard a weird. No, you weren't even there.
Kyle wasn't
This
there.
Was pre-show.
Kyle wasn't there. Fake news.
This was what, 2 years before
I
the
love
show.
that you had to call it. That part was fake. No, he didn't. No, he didn't.
It was weird though. As we walked away, I definitely heard a loud like inside the porta potty. I'm assuming when he
Well, yeah.
Laid it out.
laid it
Yeah.
out for you. Yeah.
To be clear, it was just me and Dan awkwardly standing outside of Blaney and Bubba's pit box that entire dirt race.
That whole dirt race.
Who was actually racing?
That was my buddy Mike. My buddy Mike.
Yeah, but
Nation.
who was racing in their group? Hemrick?
Hemrick was in that race, and then Bubba was there taking pictures. He had like the
Oh, and Blaney was the grand marshal.
Bubba had like the media vest on. He went full photographer. He was in
Hell
the
yeah.
infield of the dirt
He's,
track.
He's good.
He's really good.
Yeah.
My wife does not. I don't think she currently has a favorite driver. Oh no, she likes Bowman. But she grew up
doesn't?
a junior fan. Still to this day, like if we ever got to meet him, like if he just swung by Pocono at she'd melt. Like she would lose it.
So would I.
Yeah, everybody.
But
would.
I'm just saying she was a massive junior fan because her dad was an Earnhardt fan. So she grew up watching him, and then kind of what every Earnhardt fan did, and went whoop to junior.
Yeah.
In that time, we actually found she had it on up at the lake. I didn't realize Target was selling NASCAR shirts.
Oh no shit.
She
No
found
shit.
in the like teen section a green. It's got the NASCAR branding in the tag. A green Bass Pro Shops late junior motorsports like late model shirt.
Fuck yeah.
It's,
that's
just a
cool.
it's just a uniform shirt. It's got the Bass Pro logo on it. It's a green shirt. It's got the Junior Motorsports. I think it had the Cars
This is a
Store
green
logo on
shirt.
it. I think it had the
Yeah, I
Cars
think
Store.
it had
This
car
guy
store,
got it.
maybe a
This is
Chevy
a green
logo.
shirt.
It's a green shirt. This is a green car.
There
Yeah, but
it
it was
is.
weird
Well, then
because
you could afford
he
Kyle.
hasn't run
That
a
was-
green Bass Pro car. So
That was the greatest week in social media history.
It really
Oh
was.
my
The-
God.
this is a green car.
Oh,
Oh, my
yeah.
god,
That was good.
car people will know what we're
Well,
talking
at least
about.
I know I'm going to Target tomorrow. That's cool.
Well, this
Yeah.
was a couple weeks ago, and they obviously change shit out all the time. But I
well,
was
that's
like,
back
and
in
it was
the day when
it was-
they used to stock them.
yeah.
Well, Kyle can still
Walmart.
fit into kids' shirts.
True.
So.
Walmart used to when
Have you seen these things?
when Loudon would come around like the week or two before Loudon, you go to Walmart, they'd have a whole fucking section
Yeah.
of just NASCAR stuff. But we were looking for something in Target, and I like pulled out the shirt. I'm like, holy shit! And I'm like, it's $12. I'm like, for $12, threw it in the cart. I'm like, absolutely,
Oh yeah.
yeah.
awesome.
So yeah, she was a huge junior fan. She likes Bowman now. I mean, he's adorable. He's like us. He's socially awkward, and he loves.
Well,
and he
I think
loves
it's
puppies.
big the best friend scheme.
He loves puppies. So
Yeah. How do you not love them?
Yep.
Cool. Anything else in there?
That's it.
That's it.
That's gonna do it for the questions and for yet another episode of the Loosest Fast podcast.
Thank God, I gotta pee.
We have a very special
Just go, man.
episode coming up.
Yes, keep an eye out this week.
Yep. This week we will drop a small bonus episode, and stay tuned for that. But before we sign off,
Yeah,
follow
you guys
us.
are gonna flip out when you see it.
It's gonna send you to the moon.
Nice. Nice.
Rocket Man. Sorry.
Ruined it. Ryan Newman on the show tomorrow.
Bro,
I would lose
Bro,
that.
I
That'd be
wish.
sick.
That would be sick.
Sir, please don't hurt me, but I will have a couple questions.
Yeah.
Before
Or
we
we could
sign
just
off,
have Chase Briscoe, the modern day Rocket Man, right now.
Oh, yeah. We didn't even talk about that 3 polls in a row.
Oh, yeah,
I know,
shit.
right?
And then he does nothing with it.
absolutely nothing. Follow us everywhere at
Loosestfast_pod on Instagram and the newly revamped new admin Twitter. That'll be a lot more active because I'm not involved with it.
yeah. What do you do now?
He shows up.
You're fired.
I bring your house to Pocono.
He does that.
It's good.
You gonna sleep in a tent?
You pitching it?
Damn it.
I got a nice tent.
How big
It
is
just-
it?
I'm gonna put my bike in it.
10 by 10, baby.
Oh, perfect.
Just enough
is that
room
an
to-
easy up?
Just
Yeah.
enough room to snuggle.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got the easy up with the tent inside of it. It's
Oh
sick.
yeah, those are dope.
Yeah, dude. You
Remember when
stand
Kevin
up
Miller
in
almost
it.
went flying in one once?
Remember when Kevin Miller almost died in a tent outside of our campsite at Pocono?
That's what I just said.
Oh, did you? I
With
didn't hear that.
Sigel
I
went
didn't-
flying in one.
didn't
With
hear it.
30 pounds of spaghetti.
We were we were in our camper. There is a massive storm raging outside, and I think somebody was like, "Hope Kevin's all right." It's like midnight, middle of the night. It's pouring rain, howling wind, and then we all remember that Kevin and his lovely wife were in a fucking pup tent
They're
outside.
just out there hot boxing it. Like, we got to keep the pressure up in here. Keep smoking.
And we're like, we should go check on him. And I think I opened the door. I was like, I ain't going out there. Fucking slammed the door. I was like, they'll be
They
fine.
did okay.
They
did
made it.
all right.
Oh my god, I
Kevin,
forgot.
you dead man?
Kevin, you dead man.
Yeah.
But yeah, follow us on Instagram and Twitter at loosestfast_pod, and make sure to follow the YouTube. Go look us up. It is the Loosest Fast Podcast. Go to
buy some merch.
loosestfastpodcast.com to buy you some merchandise. You can fly your colors like Kyle is. Hopefully you don't get shivved for it.
Yeah. You could use it as a blanket if you get the large one. I'm Kyle Belcher,
I'm Dan Walker.
I'm Peltier.
Scumbag Steve.
and we'll catch you after Mexico.
You boys like Mexico?
That wasn't bad.